Were they gonna hop on their
Yeah,
games
they
or whatever?
come right in, hop on them. They're supposed to come in and do their chores, but kids, and they do what they want to do. So we got a minute delay here, so it'll be a minute. I sent the link out to some people. If you get it, just feel free to join it if you can. If you can't, no worries. Uh, so been four wheelers up and down all fucking day. It gets on my nerves. Damn. That's not here. No. Okay, there it goes. Good. Okay, we're good. And now it's bad. The stream is mad. God damn it. That sucks. Okay, I guess I can do this and that would help. There we go. Oops. Audio only. So they must have hit the Wi-Fi down there at the curb. So that still says it's bad. I don't know what the hell its deal is. I mean, I really meant to do it on my other channel. That I forgot. So, I realized it after I'd done sharing. I'm like, damn it! I meant to do it on that other one. So, here, hold on. That's the cat. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Hang on, Lou. I'll get you. Just a second. Okay, now it's okay.
I wonder if he's very melodious today.
No. Yeah, there it is. No. They just come busting in. Okie dokie. Sorry about that.
No, it's all right.
Okay. Let's see where I'm at here. Okay. We're still okay so far. So anyway. Okay. Oh yeah, you was talking about the cops don't like being filmed before we went live.
Oh, you're live now?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh yeah, it was just something I was watching. One of the channels I subscribe to. There's three detectives come out and start hassling the guy.
Yeah.
Because evidently cameras are really scary.
And they kill, apparently.
And apparently they don't think terrorists are smart enough to just hop their ass up on Google Earth.
I know, right? Really.
Yeah, you can sit there in the air conditioning with a drink and something to eat and do it on Google Earth. Why the fuck go down there and stand out
I know.
outside?
I know, really. Really.
Yeah, some of the stupid shit they come up with.
I know, it's ridiculous.
It's like these guys come with a chip in their head, saying that, well, you know the way things are nowadays. It's almost like the guys. It's almost like the guys filming wait for that statement. They're just waiting for it.
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna hear it in 3, 2, 1. There we go.
It's like they must have a handbook
Mm-hmm.
for what to do when they're getting filmed. This is what you say.
Yeah, it's like a standard script.
Yeah. Okay. I guess putting a minute buffer on that would some good. So cool. Okay. Happening there because I forgot about the delay. There. Yeah. It seems a lot of people on here don't believe in the chemtrails either, you know. So me and Delete and Anon High got into it with this one dude on here debunking chemtrails. I mean, in the websites he pulled up, I mean, it was like, really? I can do better than that. And we did. And, you know.
I wonder if any of these people have ever seen a crop duster. It's the same kind of shit.
I know. And this other person on another post, I'm like, you know, I've seen them do it. I'm sure you've seen, I don't think you've seen them do it because they don't do that. And I'm like, who are you to tell me what I'm seeing, you know?
I guess
know what I'm seeing.
I guess all that Agent Orange they sprayed in Vietnam is a big bunch of crap.
No, really.
It never really happened.
Right, and they don't use weather against other countries. No, they don't. Shit. I would screen share some stuff, but like I said, the screen go bad. And, yeah. So.
And I guess I'm using poison gas in the First World War as a fantasy too.
Yeah, apparently.
Granted, it's not in the air, but you know they really never aerosol anything and try to poison people with it. Nah.
I don't know. I mean, I tell you, man, I've got so many videos of them doing that shit. You know, zooming in and the damn, you know, the cloud seeding. Where it's injecting into the fucking clouds, you know, and I sat there and fucking watched it. And then a little while later, it started fucking raining. You know, the clouds did that, and it started raining. Really? But they don't spray chemtrails or nothing? Come on.
They've been doing it, cloud seeding since the 1800s.
Yeah, they have.
In fact, I remember an old episode of Bonanza where this guy came to town trying to get him some rain, and he's, I don't know, burning some chemicals too. Or some shit. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I remember.
I
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that episode, yeah. And wasn't that's been on a couple of other old shows too, I believe. Like, I think maybe Beverly Hillbillies or something too. Maybe. You thinking?
I'm sure it has been. I just can't recall it.
Yeah.
Actually, they've probably been doing that even further back than that.
Probably.
I mean, isn't that what an alchemist was? Kind of a jack of all trades, kind of.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
I guess that's all wrong too.
I know. Amy says there's no buffering so far. Awesome. So putting the 60-second delay was, yeah, that worked good. So, yay. Like I said, you got a link, you know, join. If not, that's okay. And if you want one, let me know. Hopes nobody has trouble joining. I know some people have. And Amy says, one thing I never see here in Scotland is those lines in the sky. I've seen in people's pics chemtrails, but also we have no fluoride in our waters either. Well, we've got it here, both. So, I mean, like I've said before, I remember going to the kids at school and the water was yellow coming out of the water fountain.
I never drank out of our water fountains. They were always scroungy.
Mm. It's like when I go to my mom's, I won't even drink nothing there because they got city water. It's the smell. She even filters it, but yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, and that person I was on that one post about the chemtrails. They said, "Well, go." They wouldn't believe it until you went and got a sample from one of the chemtrails. I'm thinking, how the hell am I supposed to do that?
With your Flash Gordon rocket cycle.
Oh yeah, I got one on the porch there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I wish.
The 80s version.
Yeah. I seen a video. It's been about a year and a half ago. But they zoomed in. I mean, they had a really good camera, and they zoomed all the way in on the trail, and you could see it. You could see it in it. You know, the stuff. It's like little balls. You know, I don't know God, it's been, like I said, about 2 years. So it'd be impossible for me to find it on their channel, you know. If it's even still there.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Yep. Ay. Oh yeah. Oh goddamn. Being forced to vote sucks when you know the fate the world was going to leave. Yeah. That's something I was going to bring up. Thanks for reminding me to do. I was watching the YouTube on the TV yesterday, and it ain't got ad blocker on it, unfortunately. And I was trying to watch this video, okay? And the Obama ad, not Obama, a Hillary ad came on. It was Obama. Vote for my friend Hillary, you know, blah, 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 blah. But it got hung up at the end of the commercial saying vote Hillary. You know, I had to reset the box because it just sat there like that for 2 minutes. So, let's see. It's like the other day I went to the courthouse and got it shoved in my face. You want to vote? I'm like, no. Maybe that's what I should have done, Amy. Hey.
Get a vote and a vaccine all in the same place. It's like a one-stop shop.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I'd have done that, Amy. About fuck off on it. Yeah, I don't think they would have accepted it, though. But you know, here in my town, you ain't gotta have an ID to vote.
Oh, you have to have one?
You don't. Got a sign outside there that says no ID required, no picture ID required to vote.
Oh, there you go.
They gotta let the illegals vote, I guess. Oh shit. Yeah. And apparently my state is the battleground for the election. Let me find it. It is. It says North Carolina, the battlefield state.
Oh boy.
I know. I need to watch this actually. This is the Kaiser report, you know, RT. I know, but they discuss the significance of battleground state North Carolina, and they're chatting with the former mayor of Pittsburgh, NC. So I need to watch that later. But you know what they don't mention is, you know, I think this is my opinion though. You know, all 5 of the world's biggest military bases are in the U.S., and the biggest one is guess where?
North Carolina?
Yes, Fort Bragg.
I thought March Air Force Base was the biggest.
And they're doing it by personnel size. You know, it's got the most people.
Oh yeah,
so,
I was thinking physical size.
It's got, yeah. I mean, this is it goes by the actual people that's there on the base. So, you know, we got Camp Lejeune and several others. So, Stone Mountain down in Georgia.
It's alright, the Beans and Bullets community will make it all better.
Oh, yeah, they'll make it all better. They think.
Oh boy. They sure give people from other parts of the world a really bad impression.
Oh yeah, they do. In my area voting. Yeah, I sent you a link, Foxy. Well, I sent it with several others, a link. So maybe, let me see. I can send it to you, just to you. Let me try that. Sometimes Google's, yeah. We all know how Google loves this. Dicky. There we go. I hope my screen's still good. Yay! Still good. No, now it's bad. Damn it. Okay, there we go. That sucks. There, I sent you a link separately, Foxy, there, see. I wish I could screen share, but yeah, the screen would go really bad. Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, how are you?
Cold in the UK?
Oh, man.
I'm intrigued what you just said. How does it work then with this voting in your area in Carolina then?
Oh, well, this is just in my county. You ain't gotta have a picture ID to vote.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
UK don't. We just get a polling card. I never. Anyway, it's all corrupt.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I mean,
They like your data on their electoral, they call it electoral register in the local areas where you live, and then for local and national elections. But I've got out that system years ago. I just returned the card. But it's fascinating. You sent a link earlier, and I've been just watching that. Somebody, King9, sent a link as well about this. Watching these documentaries, they're really intriguing. That educates the mind, kind of documentaries. They're fascinating. And the one you shared earlier, actually, on your page was fascinating about US. I can't remember what it was. There's quite a few actually. But it's like you get bombarded with information. But the one I was looking at, what you mentioned just now, and I forgot you were having a show, so I was busy watching something else.
But the anti-communist one?
Yeah,
Cartoon?
yeah, that was brilliant. It's like, wow. It's just goes to show what goes on years ago, and nothing really changes much, does it?
No, it's always been here.
Wow. And there was one that you guys, somebody sent a link in the circle on our Google page. What was it? Something to do with CIA behind. I can't remember the title now. My mind's gone, but it's something to do with the headline on UK news actually. Something to do with Carolina and USA. Don't know what that was about. I don't listen to mainstream news, and yeah. So when's meant to be the USA election? Like because all these. Every single channel you go on, like whatever one is searching, and that's all it is. It's all USA elections now.
Yeah.
2 weeks left, isn't it? And it's like,
yeah, I believe it's the 8th.
ah.
The 8th is the last day. So.
And then you've got the doom and gloom videos coming out now. Be prepared. Hillary is gonna come in. Oh God.
I know.
Yes, it'd be interesting.
My mom was telling me earlier, she said that Obama said he was going to move to Canada. Trump got elected. I'm like, yeah. But she said, that probably wouldn't happen anyway.
What if Hillary? Oh, that's it. Hillary's.
He'll move next door to Matt.
Yeah. That's Matt.
What was this? I heard that another channel was like coming out the comments. I think a lot of people come out with different opinions about, Obama might just get the third term again. Is that right?
Yeah, I've heard that a lot too. Yeah, but I don't see it. That if that was so, it would have done happened.
Yeah, they're all puppets anyway, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they're all puppets. Really, it's the same people controlling them. It's just a different puppet.
Yeah, so. yeah, puppets on a string, and it's like, yep. I mean, it's intriguing to see how many people are waking up in America, and then you got the profiteers being paid, supporters, I suppose. It's like anywhere, it's well controlled anyway, but I'm not an expert in American sort of elections anyway, but I'm just intrigued to, I think those that are asleep will most probably for Trump. Those that are, I've no idea. I can't really have an opinion on it because I just don't know much more about it. Apart from that, it's all worldwide controlled anyway.
Yeah, and they're buddies too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're in the same club. They're all in the same damn club.
Yeah, it's like what the do with the weather. I mean, it's like bloody freezing cold over here. So, of course, heating's on full blast.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, we're seeing pink skies at night now. Pink, bloody chemical skies. And I thought, hold on, I've not seen that before. And then I saw the link. I think it's you, K9, or someone else, that documentary page. And that came across one documentary about.
Oh, air masses in front.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's from 1962. It's
wow.
Air Force.
That's fascinating. And the one you I think you posted, Rebecca, about this woman wrote a book about HAARP.
Yes, yes.
Oh, and I was watching that YouTube clip, that interview with that bloke, and can't remember what it's called now, but it's fascinating. It was quite a long interview, and she went into a lot of stuff.
Yes, she did.
The AI, artificial intelligence, how it's all linked, and turning humans into machines. Be like the Matrix, isn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah. I watched that, and she went into a lot of stuff, and what was it about the sky shield, wasn't it?
Yeah, magnet. I can't think of the word now, but she was so, like, even herself was saying, like, I mean, there was one clip I came across. I watched it pure chance to see what was said, the propaganda about uploading the mind onto, the robotic computer. And then there's something else, pure chance, actually. I was watching this film and it was that. And I no wonder I didn't sleep last night.
Yeah.
I thought, oh no, why the hell did I wake up so bloody early? Why didn't I sleep well last night? Oh, now I know. It's just clicked. I was watching this kind of sci-fi type film, and I don't usually watch it because I was looking that artificial intelligence, and it makes you wonder, doesn't it? That woman you just in that documentary, not no, the interview. What she was saying made so much sense because when you're waking up to, like, the weather and how that is manipulated, then you got the HAARP. I don't know how it was interlinked until I was listening to her, which made quite a lot of sense. How the weather manipulation and the particles that's being sprayed upon us everywhere, and she described it in simplistic mannerism. Anyone could actually pick it up.
Yeah.
And the way she explained it was a very good video, actually, interview, because all the other ones I've seen, that's the only one I come across that explains it in such a way that anybody can pick it up about how the weather's manipulated, and it's patterned for years, obviously. But when you're reading stuff, it's not the same as you're listening or watching something, in my opinion. And it was like, okay. And then when she touched in on the AV, artificial intelligence, and then it's like, when you see stuff like that in the shops, I'll just get that for that game, or get that equipment for that game. And it's trying to manipulate people's minds to get used to it, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And it's like all the smart technology, that's what it's for. All the smart meters, everything is all interlinked, isn't it?
Yeah, and then we got the 5G coming too. So, yay. Microwave our brains more.
Oh, good God. I ain't going to get my bloody check. I'm just to 40. Oh, my goodness me. I'm tired of technology these days.
Oh.
So, Ray, how you guys been? Oh, hello in the chat, by the way.
Hello, everybody. They're having a good conversation.
So, did you have a topic for your show?
We started out talking about the chemtrails and everything, and just anything, really.
That's a point. I posted was it the other day about people's opinions, what they do. I don't know if you can hear me, all right? What they do for detoxing from the aluminum particles, whatever else is sprayed upon us, and what one uses. Hold on, I've got to let this stray cat. She's coming. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. And it's really loud here now. So.
Somebody's gonna start playing Nintendo.
Nintendo. My son used to play that game. So how long you been on for a while, have you? You just started? Rebecca? Oh, she muted.
Yeah, she hasn't been on that long.
All right. And how you been? Oh, it is freezing. What's about you guys off over in the States? Is it warm? Coldish?
It was pleasant today, so yeah.
Mildish.
Oh yeah. You don't want to be.
It was about in the 70s, mid-70s.
Making me jealous now. It's gone down to 4 degrees in UK.
Oh,
4 degrees.
damn.
That's bloody cold.
Oh my god, damn, that sucks.
Yeah, and it's going down tonight, temperature for the latter part of the week. Where we're now Wednesday, so by Thursday.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, we have to have a fire at night, so. Yeah.
I miss real fires. I wish I had a log fire. Oh, it's nothing.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, it's nothing better than to have a log fire. I mean, oh gosh, today, and my mate got some really early pictures of the sun coming up, and they started already spraying. Oh my God, so early in the sky. And I just got the picture of the two planes going over. I never get, well, my friend took them, but she never gets. I was just waking her up to what's going on with the weather manipulation. And of course, I heard, I don't know if it's already been, is there some kind of conference going on at the end of the year in Paris to do with they're putting it mainstream media called climate change, which it obviously isn't. It's because I think the woman on that video mentioned it. I thought that'd been and gone.
Oh, this was last year. This was at the end of 2015 they had that, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Because she mentioned that they'd already been she mentioned, was it that am I correct on this? Because I'm just picking up a few things that she said about the Rothschilds that brought up so many patterns owning the weather as well.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like they own every bloody thing else. What else are they going to own? And it's like they've got monopoly on it. Oh gosh.
Well, of course, they make money off of that shit, you know. They sell the weather. You know, people buy what weather they want to.
Well, this is what I had a gut feeling before I watched that found that link, because it's like energy companies, they put the prices up always in UK, always the same, you know, for gas, electric, because obviously they know people in static homes, you know, ordinary homes, are going to need their gas and electric, aren't they? So that's so people, you know, there's a lot of people on these prepaid meters, right? Use a key or a card. You don't buy direct debit, and that they charge extra for that, you know, just to have a.
My goodness.
Yeah. So you're looking cheaper rates in the summer, but if you don't sort of budget, you find yourself like paying out more. You're looking at English currency, say for a single, well, for myself, for example, 20 a week on gas. Yeah. And you look at that per month, for 5 working weeks in the month, how much that is, and then you work that out per year. So you look at how much profit these companies are making, and then you look at larger families, how much they might have to put the heating on. And my radiators are crap. It's an old style type. Yeah, and it's like, if I'm renting this place, so I said to the company, I said, well, why don't you put more cons and the modern double glazing windows so it saves my cost? So we're looking at alternative ways to, like, draft proofing and things like that.
Oh, yes, definitely.
So yeah, the weather today, this morning, my mate, the pictures took, I couldn't believe it. And then I thought, it's like, I don't know if you ever get that impression, but it's like if someone's turned on a bloody light bulb in the day, then suddenly it's like turned off at night so early. It goes dark at 4:30 now, and it's like literally dark. I mean, I just saw the contrast today for the first time in a while, and it never was like that last year. It weren't like that this time last year. And then I got this picture, and I was obviously going to a shop, and I thought, my God, that moon looks fake. What? I expanded the picture on my phone, and it looked like a double-sided image of a half moon, and it really looked like it was like carved into the sky.
Oh man, that's probably because all the chemicals in it made it look like that.
Yeah, and I thought, that's a fake moon. Oh my God. And then the colour of the skies, yeah, absolutely right on the chemicals. Absolutely. Because you don't never ever get a pink orange sky like that. And it's so obvious. But so many there's so many people that don't see it though, innit? And they got the little ones, they got youngsters walking about and breathing it in. And I posted up earlier, I said, I need a mask. K9, I need one of your masks. A military mask.
Hey man, you can buy them there on...
Don't you got Army surplus stores there?
No, we used to have one further in the town, and it closed down years ago. And they used to sell because we don't have guns in the country, but they used to sell.
Ha ha ha! Just keep thinking that.
Well, undercover, yeah, underground, yeah. I know what you mean.
Of course, you say dodgy.
Yeah.
I like the way you guys say that, dodgy.
Dodgy. Oh yeah, I'm sure that goes on.
I'm sorry, I distracted you.
No, you're right. Yeah, good point. Good point, mate. There's a rifle. They sold like knives. You had to have a license if you went onto a range to do shooting, pellet shooting. Because my lad used to go on one of those ranges when he was younger. But if you could not have, you had to be a certain age. And I don't know, it all closed down years ago. So you could have got them kind of military, and they did have a shop at the further on the opposite side of that road in town years ago, and they had the old military gear, but it's all closed now and all modernised. These yuppie shops, I call them yuppie shops.
You gotta have more than one.
Oh, it's all changed around here. It's all
I don't know where he's from, but I subscribe to some military guy from the UK, and he goes to bookshops and thrift shops and all kind of, I guess.
Oh yeah, if you go
surplus stores.
There used to be one up the road from me, a well-known one, but that got closed down. And the guy years ago sold up and moved away, and then everything went on the internet. And now it's taken over by people that sell stuff for cannabis growing, Mm-hmm. But it's just like low-key stuff, nothing hardcore, nothing like Mr. Grimm's, just very basic, boring stuff, But yeah, there's you can't go anywhere into a store and just say, right, I want this military type mask. I mean, like, there's a Remembrance Sunday coming up. It's in time. So I might just go to one of them army guys. Say, "Oi, have you got a mask?" No, I'm joking. I wouldn't dream of it.
God.
God, have you ever seen what it's like round here? They've got these red. I like to wear white poppies, like peace,
Yeah,
not war.
yeah, yeah.
I did last year, and but oh, this is the worst town for like promoting war. You know, because in the war days it was well known. You know, being the countryside area at the time, it's more built up now, but
Yeah.
it's red poppies on lampposts, artificial, big red, like Masonic colours,
Mm.
red
Yay.
everywhere. I might take a picture when I'm next out and then post it so you can see. It's
Mm.
massive. They're all promoting all around the town centre area, shopping areas. And then you got the people that were buying to the, each to their own, don't get me wrong, but I would not buy into it. And
Oh.
last year when they did the parade, they got what got me. They had the little kiddies
Oh my
indoctrinated.
God.
Yeah, it's like. And then I tried to make a video, and I thought I ain't gonna upload it because obviously not of the kids, but of the adults.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You got the Masonic, you got the Freemasons involved in the big church up the road doing their pretense, and yet what they get up to behind the scenes. Yeah. It's an acting job.
Do
Oh
they
God,
do they also promote Blue Clowns Matter in the UK?
no.
God.
No.
Well, actually, it's Blue Lives Matter, but I call it Blue Clowns Matter.
Yeah.
Maybe Halloween night, you had a load of students with the clown outfits on and or whatever
Oh,
else.
speaking of clowns, was it you that was telling me about the clowns at trick or treating? One of your friends said that there was a lot of people dressed up as clowns
Gosh.
for Halloween. Okay, you know that shit they had about the clowns. And they were, okay, and said that one of their friends kicked one in the shin.
See, cops in the U.S. are afraid of clowns and cameras.
But one clown got arrested actually because it was a grown up. You know, you ain't supposed to have a mask on if you're an adult trick or treating.
Oh really?
Or in general, you know, you're not supposed to wear a mask. So
I guess somebody's never heard of the First Amendment, huh?
Yeah.
Well, apparently not.
Wow.
Well, you know that don't matter here.
I suppose.
America.
Fuck yeah.
Wow. Mind you, fireworks night in one's area, it will get very noisy because they like to promote the pagan holiday thing. You know, not blowing up Parliament, the Guy Fawkes, you know. And when you go to look into that history about all that, it's intriguing. It's a shame we didn't blow it up, but there we go. No, I'm joking. Better not say that. You never know who's listening. Yeah, so they have a great big park up the road, well, further up the road from me, and it used to be on the opposite side of town, and it was lovely. It's a nice bonfire and a real proper massive bonfire, all the fireworks and hot dogs and that. But it's all changed. It's all commercialism, and then they search you. Apparently, my mate went to one last year, and they search you, and it's £5 for a hot dog now.
Oh my God. I remember one year we went trick or treating. I'm thinking it was you before last, maybe. And there was a church. Ironically, they do the trunk or treats, you know. Anyway, wasn't it 3 hot dogs? They were giving. No, it's like $1 or something. Yeah, well, yeah, and they were free, but you had to pay for the drink, didn't you? So
It's like a cover charge.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything's commercial now. It's like, everything I remember with my kids growing up, it used to be like what you just described, but now it's not. It's opposite completely.
It was like I was like, well, I was getting groceries at the store, but for I don't know how many pounds of candy, it was like $20.
Oh, wow. God.
I didn't even. I had went out to the local convenience store. I walked down there, and wasn't any trick or treaters around or anybody having parties or anything. It was dead as a doornail.
Yeah.
I was telling Becky that's a sign of if it's affecting a goofy holiday like Halloween, that's a sign that your economy is totally shit.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Mind you, they went big in this area in all the shops. They had pound shops, like everything a pound, So you could fill up if you wanted to do that, buying loads of sweets and stuff for treats. You could get a great big bag full of treats for £1, and that was a cheap way of doing it. But mind you, not very healthy for the kids, is it? So that's what they went, yeah, and on the market,
Well, moderation.
yeah, they were selling the pumpkins, and like that. Was it you that sent that? Did a link to that artist guy that made sculptures or made something out of pumpkins? Oh,
Well, that was another thing. A lot of people didn't buy pumpkins either.
Wow.
Or at least in my area.
We had one, but we didn't carve it. We just let the little one color on it. That's it. So, yeah, he loved that. Wouldn't let me help either. So.
Well, I remember as a kid doing American style Halloween because my family were in that religious cult, I'll call it, and it was brought over from America, the Bopple the Apple. So you had that game that on Halloween night. I don't know what the official title is, and you had to fish out the apple and you had to put your head in the water.
Yeah, bobbing for apples.
That's it, yeah. So all that American idea, that's going back many years ago.
And too, usually they'd have something called a cakewalk.
Yeah. My brother, not my brother, what was it? Who was it? One of the guys that used to run the church, we were talking about many years ago, and they set up a great big tent with like things that were all like mainly made up of foods, but it felt like you're going through gooch and blood and all sorts as kids through this tent of horror. And that was, I always remember that one because I was scared the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an American thing, but no, a lot of it in this area is.
Well, they have them in the woods here. A couple of places they'll accept the trail like that. Yeah, that's scary as fuck, man.
Wow. My God. I bet. Yes. It's like in a way, you think about it every year, it's the same old, isn't it? Like a conveyor belt. You got like your Halloween, you got your bonfire night, depending. Do you do bonfire over America?
Hmm?
I suppose you don't, do you? It's an English thing.
No.
It's English.
That's the first I've ever heard of that, actually.
Oh, really?
We're more into zombies over here, I guess.
Yeah. The Walking Dead, they're everywhere.
It's a program, yeah. Is that right? You got a program over there called is it Walking Dead or something else similar?
Yeah, from AMC.
That's
yeah.
I haven't seen it in a long time, though.
Yeah, I haven't either. I haven't watched it in about over a year. So,
I just saw you clip promoting it, and it was and some guy analysing it for like it's New World Order kind of background issue, zombie eclipse, and going into all that stuff. So
no, I don't watch it because I tend to critique the shit out of it.
Shit.
Don't blame you.
I
It's
was
a
really into
running
that
tank and you left it, you idiot.
No shit, really. I mean, I didn't understand that. Why the hell did he leave that tank?
Yeah, it got me, man.
I know. Well, it is slow too, though. So they did eat his horse. They did eat his horse, so he didn't have nothing else to ride.
I think an Abrams can go about 60. It drinks up fuel. It drinks up fuel like a motherfucker because it's a turbine. I don't know why they did that, but yeah, it's pretty quick.
It just the program seemed, the brief information I saw was mainly about like survival and killing each other and getting away from the zombies, wasn't it?
Yes.
So that's like a psyop. That's like trying to get into your psyche, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah. Beans and bullets lives in that world all the time. Their AK and their Glock are gonna fend off the world from taking their box of Twinkies or some shit.
Oh my God! Yes, zombie. Yeah, the search for the Twinkie. Oh God.
So if you're for all you kids out there listening, friends don't let friends buy Glocks. Remember that. Anyway, there's my public service announcement for the day.
I was going to meet up a minute.
Okie dokie. Yeah.
Yeah, after all, it's actually kind of less and less they start relating that show to whatever the hell their video's about, but it still pops. It still pops up.
Mhm.
It's goofy.
Yep. Well, it's like the Resident Evil movies. You don't look at that. You know, you have the evil corporation.
Oh, Umbrella.
Yeah.
I used to like the games on PlayStation.
Yeah, I played. Which one was it? Resident Evil 4.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't play it all the way through.
I never got to 4. I was only like 1 through 3, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, I like the Castlevania the best.
Yes, that's all.
So,
So I can get loads of shadow.
Yeah. But I don't have my PlayStation 3. You know, I wouldn't play it anyway. So.
Yeah, that game kicks ass.
Yeah, I love it. It was fun, man. It's like they say, you know, you spend hours and hours on it and don't even realize it. You know, because I would spend 4 or 5 hours on it. And, are you ever going to get up? I'm like, I ain't been on here long. You've been on here 5 hours. Like, oh my God.
Yeah,
that
used to happen to me for PlayStation with Grand Theft Auto 3 or on my desktop Battlefield Vietnam. Man, I just play, and then it starts to slow down and it's like, oh, well, I could quit and then go get something to eat and whatnot. And then a bunch of other people from some other part of the world pile in there and you just want to keep on playing. There's nothing like doing it.
We got the old ones.
Oh, the old one?
Yeah, the old one. Which one is it?
2?
San Andreas.
Oh, yeah, that's 4.
That's 4. Okay. I'm not into it, so.
It is?
I think it is. Or maybe I'm wrong. Grand Theft Auto.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really into that game that much. I played it a little, but
I just like the driving.
That's me. I just like the driving.
That's pretty cool. They had that feature where you could change the radio stations.
Yeah, it was neat. No, I really like playing the Hot Wheels game. That was fun, doing the flips and shit.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Oh yeah, I've never seen that one.
Hot Wheels Turbo Racing. It's an older game.
Very old.
Very old.
Well, they used to have one in the late 80s, early 90s, kind of like that. It's called Test Driver. It was an arcade game. That's what you had to do. There's like a big loop-de-loop thing. And
Yeah. I remember pole position in the arcade.
oh, yeah.
Low, that's very bad graphics.
Yeah, it served its purpose.
Yeah.
Remember some of those crappy Atari 2600 games.
Yep.
The sound effects used to drive my folks nuts.
That's what I was going to say, mine too. Yes.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I used to like playing Paperboy on Nintendo and busting all the windows in the house.
Oh, yeah.
It was fun.
I had a tendency to lose a bunch of papers before I was even halfway done on the street.
Oh, man.
Everything's just like you're you're fanning the button, you know, spraying newspapers everywhere.
Yes. Oh, dang it. Okay. He was showing me a funny picture about a smoke detector. It says it cuts off when you yell, "I'm just cooking." Oh, God.
It's funny.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just burning the sauce.
Right.
Where'd Foxy go?
Oh, she had to mute for a bit. She said she'd be back. Yeah. It is. It's 10:30 over there. Yeah. I think that's right because their time went forward already.
Thought MI5 dragged her away or some shit.
I hope not. Damn.
Hey man, I've been framed.
That's funny. I heard that. Hot dogs made me hungry. Listen to the food. And then I ate my dinner. It was about 9:30 in the evening UK time.
Okay, I wasn't sure what time it was yet. There, I was off by an hour. Damn it.
Did you make fish sticks?
Eh? Sorry?
Fish
Pardon?
sticks?
Fish sticks?
Yeah.
No. Vegetables. Eating healthy, actually.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
I'm just doing my late dinner. call it dinner, evening time dinner, not tea. Tea's a tea time. Tea time is around 4.
And we don't miss that, even with the cherry bombs falling on our head.
What are you like, King 9? What are you trying to imply?
That you don't let anybody interrupt tea time.
Tea time is salad. I'm a good girl, actually. Tea time is salad.
It's salad?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was salad.
Yeah. Well, actually, now the weather's getting colder, it might be soup. Homemade soup. Can't beat homemade soup. Depending what flavour. I like carrot and coriander flavour.
I thought tea time was actually tea and then those little sandwiches.
Oh gosh! Oh gosh! I'm not posh.
Or no, what is that? Tea and crumpets or some shit.
That's crumpets. UK could be taken, the slang for crumpets could be taken a different meaning. Just put it that way. But yeah, I know what you mean. You can't be, well, depending what you buy, the mixture, you can make your own crumpets. It depends what mixture and flour and things you use. But for tea, for like tea, herbal tea, let's go on for helping the body. You did one of those on your natural remedies, didn't you, Rebecca? Or you saying?
Yes.
I can't pronounce the word. I'll have to spell it. CAMML. I just bought.
Oh, chamomile. Is that what you're saying?
This is my man.
Chamomile tea.
Yeah, that's it. Got it. And it calms me. Yeah, it helps. And green tea. Ginger tea. If you do it naturally, it's great. But if you buy it,
oh yes.
Okay.
Yes. Oh yes.
They put cream in it.
Oh gosh, no, not herbal tea.
Oh, I thought...
Bit of honey, natural honey, if you want to sweeten it, and some obviously boiled hot water, and then cold water. So, and then if you're peckish, like you say, crumpets or some toast, like you buttered.
With a little bit of jam.
Oh gosh, do you know something? You're going to laugh at this. My mate was so busy laughing and taking the pee out of something earlier for my morning breakfast, and she forgot about the eggs. My boiled eggs, and they exploded.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't stop laughing. It's quite serious actually. I had to run in the kitchen, turn off the electric cooker. They exploded and it went everywhere. Oh my, I've never seen eggs that could fly.
Oh god.
Only birds that could fly, but not eggs. And these were literally boiled, so I said, well, I'll stuff it, just do me some toast and jam, which is rare. I don't usually like to have this type of jam. I like to get, because there's too much sugar in it.
Yeah.
What color are you?
I like strawberry.
Actually, there's some really
Apple
good...
cinnamon.
Strawberry, yes.
Yeah, you can't beat that. I just lost a drink. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you can't beat cinnamon, especially if you're going to make any baking and cakes or anything like that.
Oh yes.
Adds to the flavour, my mother used to say.
Yes.
Adds a bit of spice.
And it's good for you too.
Yeah. Now you talk about detoxing, right? You won't find this funny. Oh, I tried everything over a period of time. See what works. Maple syrup, because obviously I picked a certain make. It was reasonable price, quite expensive, and it tasted horrible. I don't like maple syrup. When I was in America, I tried. No. It's Clark's, I think. UK make was Clark's. And cayenne pepper. So 2 teaspoons of that with 1 tablespoon of maple syrup in some warm water. And oh my God, didn't it burn my throat?
I bet so. Damn.
Oh my God. And oh gosh, I had to have plenty of blinking water afterwards that beat the purpose. It was meant to detox from the original when I started waking up to what was in the sky and the weather, you know. And I read this off this website to mix them, you know, up. This was ages ago now. So now I've just gone back to doing the smoothie, the parsley, you know, the herb, and the mix, the juice mix instead.
Yeah.
Hannibal.
Oh, she got booted. Okay.
She could pour that stuff on waffles.
Yeah, she did. She got booted out, by the way.
See, I told you MI5 was hanging around.
And they must be. There she goes.
I got booted.
Yep.
Mr. Spy out there, hello. Didn't like me speaking. I'm going to show you this halogen heater. Right, if I can reach it. I'm dropping. Don't know if I can. Where's my phone? Anyway. You see that? Did it come up bright colour?
Yes, yes.
Very, very hot. Nice and hot. So that is, I invested in that a few weeks. Let me just go off of this bit. Hold on. There we go. I invested in that one. That cost me £20 UK currency. And standard year you get out of it. But I got it when it was boiling hot in the summer. I don't know why I got it, but something told me I might need it for the winter. And of course, good job I did.
Of course you did. Yeah.
It just feels like a log fire. That's it's nice and big. So it reaches over me while I'm sitting, so the heat generates. So it cuts down having to put the radiators on.
Yeah.
You don't have an electric blanket?
Oh my goodness me! If I had that, I'd electrocute myself.
Damn.
Oh yeah. I got put off having one of them years ago. I did have one years ago. Do you know something? Last year I was lucky. I had some friends give me some of all these fleece. Beautiful. I like the fluffy material. All snuggy, you know. And a neighbour gave me one of these things you can put your arms in and it wraps up like a blanket. So
yeah.
I will there.
Yeah, they sell that here on infomercials on late night TV.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, well, I got a good one free and I've got a light with it. So my neighbour gave it to me. That was sweet of him, wasn't it? And I thought, what's he after? No, I'm joking. But I clearly forgot about it. And since the temperature's gone down, and I thought, I'm in blinking summer dress, you know, because I like baggy things. You when you're chilling out at home, you just want to be comfy. And I thought, well, if I'm sitting in my blinking wheelchair in the day and I'm bloody freezing, why don't I put that on? You know what I mean? Wrap it around me.
Yeah.
Just gonna, you know, keep oneself warm. Because unfortunately, when it is weather like this and you're not out and about or active, oh my gosh, I got my laptop back today. Ah, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun trying to get the camera working.
Oh yeah.
It says the phone. I've got a headset already. So yeah, so I did a test test on it, like to put the broadband in, using the broadband instead of Wi-Fi. And I was in the hallway balancing it, and my God, I don't have mirrors in my home for a reason. Oh my God! When it's a full, like a big picture, obviously the laptop's quite a big screen, and my DVD drive, when I want to put a movie on, chill out in bed, and it's a bloody powerful, it's blinking powerful surround sound, you know, and it's really nice. And you got noisy drunk neighbours, you know, to put on with a headset. But oh God,
You don't have to beat on the wall, do you?
Oh, tell me about it. I can't reach. They're right up top.
Oh man.
I have got a walking stick. I can imagine that, can't you? An old granny with a walking stick. But no, I'll be disturbing my Polish neighbours if I did that, and they'd be banging above me.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine that? They got TV shows, Nightmare Neighbours. I've got a few of them. Yeah, God.
Just get a megaphone and yell at them through that.
Yeah, there you go.
I tell you, you know, this guy, I can't say obviously who he is, but he's got his problem. We've all got problems, but I wouldn't chuck a bloody telly out of a 3-story height outside a window, smashing it and landing outside my blinking window.
Oh God.
That's how off his face he was on drinking.
Oh my goodness.
See, he wanted to prove that he didn't need a TV license.
That's a good one. Oh, that's brilliant. I'll have to remember that one.
They're banging on your door trying to get you to buy one, and you just say fuck it and throw the TV out the window. Go, see, I don't need it.
I don't have a TV.
I tell you, do you know what? They are now the so-called BBC. What they are trying to do now, because I got rid of everything, their iPlayer, yeah. So I don't use their services at all. No telly, nothing. I don't believe in all that mainstream crap. Hold on, let me turn this. I'm getting hot now. Yeah. So the TV license, right? Yes. Okay. So if they try to harass me at my private location, then they will be served with a commercial lien. I think Jammer knows about all that anyway.
Yeah.
But what they're doing now is trying to use your IP, your internet location. And if I find out that the provider, the company I use for the internet, has shared my IP information to the BBC, another corporation, I'll sue their arse off for sharing my data, excuse my bluntness, without my permission, because it's a separate company altogether. Now, it's only statute law. In UK, it's statute law. And when one studies that and learns that, okay, it might come, they might try, they have to get your information first to enforce their policy. But come on, look at what they've already been done for, paedopedia and all sorts. You know, already been out, and it's out in the open about that. So do you think I'm going to pay for something like that? No. So, and what do you expect me to pay for? A debt note, you know, currency. If you get currency, it's a debt note. So I will challenge it. I've already done it. I still got the paperwork from 2 years ago. So I'll just recopy the same paperwork, just reworded it. And if they try it on again, if they use the IP location and try it on again. So all I'm ready. Now I've got the laptop and I can download the template letter, which of a certain website I know of. Oh, I might share that website actually on a link and post it tomorrow. So you can have a look around on it. That might help. some of the information is old, but the template letter wording is well, you can tweak it to whatever you want, but there's a certain one I need to download tomorrow to get off another company, because you know about debt, how it works, don't you? It's debt companies buy up alleged debt in bulk and then chase a man and woman. It's just a corporation. A corporation can't sign your paperwork, can they? You need a man and woman to sign it.
Right.
So they're chasing 2-year-old alleged mobile phone, alleged contract. But I looked at the paperwork, and once I know what I know now, there should have been another signature, but ain't signature. So I've been researching about contract law ever since, and so they go on another website, which is in UK, and the one, if people can check it out themselves if they want, it's called getoutofdebtfree.org. It's not getting out of anything, it's getting the lawful correct paperwork in order. So if the original creditor cannot provide the lawful offer of a contract, a wet ink signed contract offer, so that employee representative has signed it as well, then it's null and void from the start. So, but the way they work it in commas, it's like they're trying to, your energy, your signature. I mean, went over that a bit while ago, didn't we? But cut a long story short, they sold off this alleged mobile phone. I mean, put it this way, I never had they call it a bill. So I never had a bill. I never had an invoice. They just kept sending texts and putting the price up each month. Do you think I'm going to put up with that? No. So I kept writing off and said, send me a lawful invoice and I do acceptable value. People say it don't always work. It's worked once. I've tried it once, but I wouldn't always do it. With this current company I deal with, the net, I just like, I know it's a debt system, but people can go into it and get a bit more, can get a bit complicated. But for an easier life, for example, go back to the so-called BBC license fee. They want everybody in UK to be controlled. They want to know. They're going to know your data anyway, aren't they? They already know it. So they already know your information online. Look at what they're doing.
Why don't you charge them for your time?
That's what I did.
That's
Is what the last. This is what I did with BBC before. The corporation CEO go after the man or the woman CEO. So the recent one I've done with this alleged debt company, they're trying to make profit, and they don't sign it. It's IT produced, and they sign it as such and such solicitors, lawyers, yeah. And hold on, you can't sign a document or you can print a document and think that is enforceable and put the threatening wording on it and scare you. Woo. So a lot of people don't realise and cough up, don't they? So if the worst comes to the worst, they can get £1 a month. But you know, they've got their dates wrong anyway. The recent thing they sent in the post, and threatening to take it to court and add the lawyers. The way. Once you get all this information about there isn't a government, they're corporations, and once you get all that proof and the printout and do your research, and what gets me really peed up, I send that factual information, the facts, not hearsay, first-hand knowledge, the facts off to these, I call them plebs, because they're so asleep. Sorry, but it annoys me. And I sent all of this information about statute law, this simple information, so these employees could clearly see they have no claim, they have no contract, it's not enforceable, and still they send harassment letters. And it's a bloody joke. And I thought, right, I've already done the fee schedule, and it's gone up to 3,500. They haven't coughed up yet. They expect my performance to their can go court. They're going to have to pay for care costs, travel costs, and my fee at £3,000 per day. Yeah, so they had 7 days. They're 2 weeks delayed to get back to me, and they still haven't coughed up. So right, every letter they send, it's 800 quid. The fee goes up, so it's gone up higher than what they're demanding.
Well,
Do you know what I mean?
well,
So
then you should send them a letter that says you've got X amount of days to pay. Otherwise, you're going to come down there and they're going to be forfeiting some of their assets.
done that already. Yeah, done that already. Record delivery. Everything's record delivery.
Can you actually go down there and seize property to satisfy the judgment?
Only if you do a commercial lien, and you can do it through an affidavit format. And Jammer knows about that too, I think.
Yes,
and I haven't done that aspect yet. Because I'm not able to work because of my ill health, so I hate being in that system. You know what I mean? And so if it goes where they try and enforce the fake Kango statute law, and which automatically in UK they claim CCJ, that is all BS. It's all about credit. You create the credit by your signature. A monetary system, it's numbers on a computer, isn't it? Think about it.
Yeah.
And if you ever look at in whatever country, but you ever look at the wording, for example, I'm going on UK wording, but even the new £5 notes are plastic. They're plastic. My God, they're blinking plastic. Can't believe it. I posted that picture, didn't I, ages ago? And it's got Churchill on it.
I know, I've seen that shit. Oh my God.
Oh God. And again, they were giving these plastic bloody pieces of paper. Anyway, the wording on the old one, and even on the £10 notes still, and £20, it says, I promise to pay the bearer on demand on the sum of, and whatever number's written on that piece of paper. It only makes it valuable by that silver strip in the middle, yeah, and with the Queen's head on it, yeah. And if you ever look at Bills of Exchange Act 1882 or 1884, I could be wrong on that one, but you can research that if you want. It goes into that. But I've just done it in the way I've always done it. And as I said, it worked once on the AB, accepted for value, where your exemption is your national insurance number in UK, for example, and Treasury. Now, who are the Treasury? It's the Crown, Vatican, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So all I learned now how to word it, and I've just been out of practice for a while because my health hasn't been 100%. But now I've got my laptop back. You wait. So after Christmas, I'm setting my website up, and wait. You just wait. All them people that's done me wrong, you just wait. So I'll be out there getting my commercial liens done, my affidavits done, and I'm getting witnessed.
So you can sue the Pope and then take his hat as an asset.
Oh yeah. I'll go after the Queen first, shall I?
Come on, Pops, give me the ring too.
Just
Come
go for
on.
the gold.
Don't make me have to have Vinny here shake your ass upside down and see what you got in your pockets.
Okay.
I read somewhere when it's in mainstream. I heard about this. I don't know where I found it recently. She's worth more. Was she, or was it the Vatican was worth more? I can't remember now, but I think it could have been. I've read so much, but periodically the past few days I can't remember where I found it. But the royal family is worth so much, and what they've done for the country, really. I'm not disrespecting them, don't get me wrong, but come on, what have they really done? The people are blinking stuff.
Oh, please disrespect them.
Oh, it's a public format. I've got to be careful. Do you know what I mean? In private, different story.
That's what I don't understand is why these hacktivists don't go after these people. I'm not saying steal anything from them. I'm just saying make their assets disappear into magic cyberland.
Oh my God.
I have absolutely agree. I've always wondered that.
Then some asshole's got to come up to the queen and says, "Hey, you're broke," and she'd be like, "What do you mean?" It says, "Yeah, see, here's your account. You're broke. You ain't got shit."
Let you know what it's like, because what gets me blinking boiling, I'll set up another page about DWP. Why me, DWP? That's what's going to be another blog I'm going to set up. I've just got just a page at the moment about it. And it's not just about the public purse abuse, but there's families, right? There's kids starving, there's homeless, there's all types of people really going through rough times. And not just the working people, you know, people unfortunately are reliant on the state for whatever reason. And then you got the mainstream media portraying them as scoundrels when they're not. You know, you don't know what people are going through. And then you got the likes of these so-called 1% thinking they're right, Jack, you know. And I got there's this neighbour, I won't tell you who he is either, but he thinks he's a right Jack kind of lad, a bloke I should say, older bloke, and he fiddled the system for years, and I tell you, I know so much about so much, I'll keep it to myself. And but seriously though, people that needs homes and a roof over their head could have had that flat. And he's been living at his missus' place for months and still claiming in UK housing benefit. This goes on everywhere. Not everywhere, but a lot of places, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these so-called wealthy people gets me at the moment. What they do around here, you wouldn't believe it. I tell you, when they open that bloody building site, you're gonna have to wait. You might see me on telly. I am not going to sit for it, I tell you, because I will do my utmost. I mean, by that time, a year would be up, and I will go out my way, because I think that is a massive waste of 50 million quid when there's cuts in public services. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
And it's so
definitely.
bloody corrupt. You wouldn't believe half of it. Just, ugh, if I could get away from it all. But where else would you go? Because it'd be just the same, wouldn't it? But you're right. Come on, you guys, you hackers. Go and hack the Queen bank account.
They
All the
can't do it. They can't do anything if they're broke. Like I said, if you're not
the companies they own also, you know, that would be hard to do. You know, you'd have to. Yeah, that would be hard to do because you know they own a lot of companies, and that's where a lot of their income comes from.
And trust, yeah.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that's how the families, these banking families, are set up the trust, haven't they? And I think it's one of the sites, something about Trump. They did a documentary and how he set up wealth.
Yeah, but you could make these banking assets disappear too.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're not taking them to benefit yourself or give away somebody else's crap. It's just disappearing somewhere.
Yeah. Exactly. It's just numbers on a computer. Yeah. And that's what it is. I mean, all right, you might get wherever. I mean, look what they're saying. They're saying about that the vault. I mean, what gold billions or something, wherever it's meant to. Fort Knox. That's it. There's no real gold there. Where's it gone then? You know, these billions or trillions or whatever. I mean, I read it ages ago somewhere. Don't know if it's true, but these. If one is able to get into assets, you've got real solid assets, and no mortgage, you're lucky to be in that financial position of, you know, invested in, you know, stock or...
Well, like here, if the IRS can do it to you, you can wake up one morning and, hey, your cards don't work. And
yes, yes.
So you can do it right back to them.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm sure there's a lot of people I know, like there's a guy before, I think he passed away in UK, called John Harris. He's all out, his videos are online, and he tried to do it. There's a lot of people like that other guy you had on the show once, he's doing it. and Jammer's doing it his way in a different stages.
Yeah.
But yeah, the much bigger picture would be better. Absolutely. Yeah, that'd be really great to see that. Yeah, these hacktivists, like you say. I mean, come on, they can pull websites down, can't they? Why can't they do something else?
Well, like I said, they got to think of all the assets they have, and the companies they own.
Yeah, offshore, safe haven.
Yeah, but since it's all electronic, unless they got it in some physical location or like a safety deposit box or some kind of shit, anything electronic would be gone.
Yeah.
They'd look at
But they would still have money from them companies, man. That's what I'm saying.
Well, if obviously they could find out where those companies are, make those assets disappear too, unless it's actual physical stuff. You can't make that disappear, but anything on the electronics, you can make it show up a big goose egg.
It's going to be interesting if someone could do that but on another note on that point, think about those ordinary people that work for them companies. You don't want them to lose their jobs or their homes, their livelihood. And if they're, on ordinary low level income and being used by those corporate elites, and if that happened, that consequence, who would feel morally able to be able to do that?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. You're not going to change nothing unless everybody feels a little pain. That's just the way it is. It's the price of doing business.
Yeah, it's an interesting point you raised, though. Because it's like anything, I suppose. If there's so-called, we're looking at the global, look at the financial system as the way it is. It's going to crash anyway. You can't keep carrying on with the debt system. With it carrying on with, look what's going on in America, UK, the economy, it's going to crash anyway, isn't it? There's a lot of these other people
set up to crash, so yeah.
So unfortunately, I do a little.
Because see, the average John and Jane Q public is going to be able to trudge through it a lot better than these assholes that don't do a goddamn thing for themselves, are so dependent on, a whole staff of people and stuff. They wouldn't have a clue what to do. And obviously those people that help them out aren't going to do fuck all for them if they aren't getting paid. They're not going to do it for free.
Yeah. It's like, I saw that documentary about Trump, or some kind of interview they did about his plane, and they did a tour around his plane and how it's made of gold this, gold that, mahogany wood, and how much it costs to run. And you're right, K9, because it's like without them, without that pilot working for him as a private, pilot.
Well, that's why I say, everything crashes and somebody declares a martial law, unless you're going to be able to pay those soldiers or police or mercenaries or whoever the fuck you're going to try to pay to guard you and guard whatever you want guarded. They're not going to do it. They got a family. They're going to say, see you, bye. I got somewhere to go. Have fun with that.
Yeah, exactly. I've
told Becky before, I worked at a place in some sort of disaster. My supervisor and the other guy comes to me. He says, because they were running these things, and he says, yeah, it's going to be our job to dig latrines and graves. And I says, no, actually, you're going to have fun with that, because I ain't going to be here. I got my own family, my own problems. You have fun with that. And they just looked at me like, I told them flat out, yeah, if shit's that bad, I ain't showing up. or if it's happening while I'm there, I'm gone. See ya.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the desertion rate will be high when that happens, for sure.
I have no obligation to them.
absolutely. That that's the obligation is a key word, isn't it? I mean, it's like that's what I put in my letters back to these corporation employees. What
I
is my obligation to do business with you?
I mean that's the misperception. The amount of the I'm gonna die in the bunker with the Fuhrer mentality is actually very small. I mean, they're out
Yeah,
there, but that percentage is very small.
yes, it is.
Most people are gonna say, "To hell with this, I'm gone." I'm
Yeah,
Exactly.
self-preservation. Yeah, it's like you look after. It's like this in a way when you're in the subject of the weather modification, you can only wake so many people up, and then there's a lot more who are still never going to be woken up.
Well, I kind of think we're at the point where most people have already made their decision.
Yeah, yeah,
You got the bootlicker crowd, you got the I want to bury my head in the sand crowd, and then you kind of
Yes,
got the people who are awake or getting there. They're on that journey,
yeah,
and you've already got those three groups pretty much established. I think in our civilization today.
yes,
yeah. That's what I read. Well, I watched one of these guys on his channel was saying that similar points because it's just concentrate yourself, your family, what if you have one, and your own situation in a way, and your own group of people that's awaking up already. And
I
yeah,
I think to me the only real battleground group on here are young people discovering this whole process. I mean, but that's
yeah, yeah,
because it's when you think about the younger generation, it's like with the artificial intelligence. I mean, it makes you well for my grandchildren and one not born yet. By the time he gets, he or she gets older, what what kind of world is there going to be like? Machine like the Matrix movie? Are they going to be tuned into that and linked up to that? It's just I bet they're more advanced than they are more advanced.
Well, it's like I seen someone posted in one of my communities about the contacts that record.
Wow.
So,
Good job. My mother's her age she is. She won't know what's going on. She'll be horrified. She's
yeah,
a very strong-willed lady, and she just wouldn't be able to comprehend in a belief system. I'm pretty open-minded.
well, it's like me, I don't agree with the Christmas thing, like the commercialization of it, and all that, and
Yeah,
that did not go over too well.
yeah.
So,
I just see it as nowadays. I mean, yeah, it's nice to remember what you did as kids. It was different them days, depending what
yeah,
age group you are. And I remember it. We had nothing practically as growing up, just mum and us kids, And but it was great. It was you had your family around you, but there's so much emphasis now on having the family and the pressure and having the latest this, the latest that, and the commercialism
right, yes.
and the food and the beer and
Do this on the day we tell you to do. That's the way I see it.
and
Yeah,
I'm just happy. I mean, it's only because I woken up to it all, and I think. Oh, I mean, it's like New Year's Eve, isn't it? People go big about it's nice to see the fireworks and have a party, an excuse to have a drink if you drink, but some people go OTT about it, and they have to. I used to. I was very shallow years ago. I had to be outside Big Ben, I couldn't stay in on New Year's Eve, and
now it's I don't go anywhere near that crap anymore. 'Cause, yeah,
On New Year's Eve, I like to go outside and try to identify what kind of weapon that gunfire is coming
That's what I was
from.
gonna say. Exactly. There's enough people around here shooting off their fucking guns, so.
Gosh.
Hey, I know what that is.
Right.
Wow. Does that go on then, News Eve, with the
Yeah.
guns go
Oh
on?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow. Gosh. Stay indoors. Safe.
I live in the country, so yeah, there's a lot.
Rednecks. You call them rednecks.
Yeah, well, it don't bother me either.
Hillbillies, whatever.
Hillbillies, yeah. I remember a program used to be known as Hillbillies. An old
Beverly Hillbillies.
That's it, yeah.
Beverly Hillbillies.
Wow. It is, because I mean, all the shops around here, they got all their Christmas stuff out. And it's so like geared up commercialism and psychological, you know, and the
Yeah.
pressure and people. I mean, these people, the posh wine bars opening up and the restaurants opening up, they don't realise they could lose the jobs or the cars or the homes tomorrow.
Hey,
You know?
Becky, isn't that kind of ironic? The movie Deliverance more applies to the royal family more
I
than
know.
the
That's what I was
average
just
person.
thinking. It does.
It's my
Oh my
Uncle
God.
Daddy.
My Uncle Daddy. Oh God.
They're all fucked up from that inbreeding.
God damn it.
Yeah, that's right. That was that Jeff Foxworthy joke. If you go to family reunions for dating, you might be a redneck.
Oh my God. Oh God. Uh-oh. That got him kicked out.
Oh my God. Hello, Big Brother. I can't remember what intelligence agencies they call it in UK. There's one in Cambridgeshire, great big centre, and they monitor all your data.
Oh, there's a Google Center near here.
Is there? Wow.
And Facebook and Apple.
And all of them got these iPhones. Oh. And these smartphones, you can't take the battery out. And I did a test once with my old phone, but it wasn't quite a smartphone. But this one is up from the other one, and I did a two comparison, one against each other, and I could see the little button recording my voice and and the camera going off, and it's like, hello, Big Brother.
My other phone, yeah, you couldn't take the battery out of it, but the one I have now, you can. So it depends on the model of it. I guess the newer ones, like you said, they're making them where you can't take the battery out.
It's yeah, that's why I like my old laptop, which it would just cost me more to get mended, you know, so hence me getting my other one a couple of years back. But still, I haven't got used to the apps on it. Smart this. Oh God. Oh, I'm the only one talking. Hello.
Sorry, I was in the chat there. So.
Oh, hello, chat.
Hang on just a sec. Be right back.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. I'm back. Hello. Say hey there, chat. Debbie, Eric, and everybody. Amy, Phantom, Sentinel. Hello, guys.
Hello, everybody.
I hope Dave makes it back. It was weird.
Big brother listening to a conversation.
They didn't like his redneck joke, I guess. So,
Hiya. Hello.
So I heard you were grabbing the pussy, Eric.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, yeah, that's my new single that I just released. You know, I was actually first of all, how y'all doing?
Good.
Yeah, and you?
You know, I'm all right. You know, I was actually you know, before I made the song, I was thinking about what he was really talking about, and he was talking about those sex parties. You know, where all the stars go at, and the women are walking around naked. So if you're a star, all you gotta do is walk up to them and grab them by the pussy, and then go in the back room and have sex. And the locker room he was talking about is when you putting your clothes back on. You know what I'm saying? When you putting your Gucci clothes back on, when you putting your rollers back on, he talking about that locker room, not the gymnasium, but that locker room type of talk where they discuss grabbing pussies. And you know, because let's just be real, if you're a star, you go to those eyes wide shut parties, and this is what occurs. And that's what he was really referring to, as opposed to a regular girl that you see in the street where you know you can't get away with that. You know, it's two places where you can do that, at the strip club and at a sex party. That's where you get a chance to grab them by the pussy, not out in public. So that's what he meant.
Yeah.
He ain't say nothing wrong. He was really telling the truth. That's what really goes on. If you Jay-Z, you can walk right up to the girl and grab her by the pussy because you're a star. That's just facts. These are facts.
Yeah.
I mean, the groupies are there, and you're pretty much talking about them too. You can walk right up to them because you already dressed half naked, and you can grab them by the pussy. Because with the Playboy Mansion, you walking around butt ass naked. You can go up to them and grab them by the pussy. Not to be disrespectful.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's the type of party he goes. That's the type of party he's talking about, you know. Well, other than that, it was a great song. I thought I laughed. So how y'all doing?
Very cold in UK.
Yeah.
The weather modification.
Yeah, we had some of that here today too.
So if I wake up with aches and pains and sniffy's nose, it's all to do with being out today. So I got my somebody suggested something to take, help with the nose, and then honey, lemon, ginger root with the hot water, some glasses of that. Seems to clear it up by midday, 3 of them. So far, touch wood. And a healthy diet if you can get one. Keep the immune system strong, innit? So what's it like where you are, Eric?
Oh, I'm
Nothing.
sorry. It's crazy out here. We just had we got the news right down the street from my house. It was a
Oh, shit.
bus. It was a bus accident, a school bus accident. A school bus crashed into the MTA bus and killed 6
Oh,
people.
God.
Oh,
Oh, my
no.
So
God.
we got
That's
we got
horrible.
cameras and police everywhere, right down the street from where I'm at. I was gonna go out there myself, but they shot my camera and now it don't work.
Damn.
I was talking to Rebecca about it.
They shot your camera.
That sucks. Yeah.
They put my camera on some shaky shit.
Oh my God.
Mm.
Yeah, I gotta get a new one.
Ooh. That's not.
But yeah, that's just the crazy thing right now. And then they got the memorial, right? But let me tell y'all a real fact. When I dropped my peoples off early this morning, they had the little white cards lined up against the fence, right?
Mm.
So then when you check the news, they say somebody just dropped off these cards and they put a rose on it or whatever like that. So while I'm right there watching this whole thing go down and watch them tell these somewhat lies on live television, look, man, I saw you when you grabbed those when you grabbed those white cars out of the truck. Ain't nobody bring them cars up to you. It wasn't no lady bringing no cars up to you. You pulled them shits out the fucking truck. Set them up against the fence, and then when y'all bitches went live, you put a rose on there and act like somebody else put it up there. No, no,
Damn.
God.
no. People came by and they signed the cards, but that rose and that white card with that rose was some bullshit. I seen what really happened.
Wow. That's some first-hand good info there
Yeah.
that you're witnessing.
You know, I seen how y'all. I mean, they got new people from everywhere. You know, lined up on the corner. They done moved the dope. He done moved the dope dealers down the street, and the camera people done took over.
Good God. Did they pay them off? Bloody heck. How did the crash happen? Do you know?
Early this morning, it was a Camaro or something like that crashed into the school bus, and then the school bus crashed into the MTA bus, and like it was so loud that
Chain
a bomb
reaction.
went off. It shredded the whole bus.
Oh,
The impact
God.
shredded the whole bus. Yeah, it's real fucked up.
I know my.
And then it's right there by the graveyard.
Oh my
It's just
God.
like, what's going on with that?
That's freaky.
Yeah, it's kind of freaky. Yeah.
Damn.
That.
So yeah, that's what's going on in my city. You know, they trying to talk about was it a precondition that somebody might have had, like the bus driver had like a precondition, and it was like no preconditions. Both bus drivers died and some people on the bus died.
Oh my gosh.
There was no
It
children
sounds
on
like
the
a
bus.
chain reaction.
Yeah, it was,
There
there was
wasn't
no
no
kids.
kids on the bus?
No, it was too
Okay,
early.
good.
It was too early for that.
What is she doing? The families involved and the people.
Yeah, they all out there now. The families of the victims and stuff like that. You know, they all out there. That's for real. That's real live. But like I said, when they talked about that card and that flower, that first rose, that was some fake shit.
Fake.
I saw where you pulled that from.
Just want to make it entertaining for their TV programs, isn't it?
Of course.
Yeah. I guess they needed something to start it off with the red rose or whatever like that. But man, you had all that shit up against the fence.
Good God.
And now when you go back down, when you turn on CNN, you'll see it all up on top of the fence, all filled out with balloons and all of that. Trust me, all of that shit was on the side at the bottom where nobody could see it. It was a stage. I mean, pretty much they set the stage up, you know?
Yeah.
They created a background when you didn't really need one.
No, that's, my God.
That's all I'm saying.
Yes, yeah.
Is that not real enough? I mean, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. We got holes in the goddamn graveyard fence where the bus went through. If that's not real enough, that's enough.
Oh shit.
Just imagine you were there 1 minute and next minute your life's gone. Life's so short, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That is so true. That is so true, Miss Foxy.
Yeah.
We catch the bus every morning. They could have been on that fucking bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anniversary for when I got one over. It's coming up this weekend. And so someone was looking out for me. I survived. All right, I might be in a wheelchair now for life, but at least I was able still to talk.
Yeah.
The loss of my other bits, my physical health, but at least I'm here. You know what I mean?
That's right. Oh yeah.
Lucky stars, yeah. You make the most of what you got.
I tell you one thing that changed real quick within the last couple of hours. You know what? The buses are actually driving the speed limit. They're actually stopping and picking up people that are running to the fucking bus. You know, normally you just ride past people, be real fucking disrespectful. But since this accident happened and it's making worldwide news, now all of the bus drivers are making all of the stops. And, you know, you should have been doing your job from the fucking beginning, way before the accident.
Right.
Exactly. Absolutely right.
Yep.
I can remember. Yeah.
Oh, so you want to pick everybody up?
There's so many, like, there's reminds me of a congestion we had in the town centre, in the town. And when they opened a new big bus, well, not big bus station, a new bus station. It's crap, it's windy and horrible. But I tried to cross the crossing, and this it's so tight to get round with the big tall buses and a public crossing, and literally missed me by inches. And other people, there was a pram and a baby in it in front of me. There was me in the wheelchair with my friend walking, you know, getting her to the bus, and the guy didn't want to stop. We all had to stop back for him to go forward. And it was a public crossing on green for us to go across. And if any of us stepped forward further, we would be under the bus.
Damn.
So, that was freaky, that were. And I went to report it, right? Did all the paperwork, and I called my friend as well. And all I got back was a letter saying, we can't really do much about it. What? You almost killed me on a public crossing, and you're not going to do anything about it. And I thought, that's what just people, these companies are like in Great Britain. A lot of them are like, they just look at the profit margin. They don't look at health and safety much.
Have y'all ever noticed when they show, like, well, recently they showed like the Mosul, I guess Beezy know about stuff like this, the Mosul shooting in Iraq. And I was just thinking, right, did they show one clip where a guy was running like sideways, shooting at nothing? It's like it's always clips of them shooting at nothing. So I'm wondering, wow, who even let y'all get this close to put a camera? If you the so-called enemy, how you got a CNN camera on your ass?
Right.
You know, that's just what I don't get. And then who fights like that? Who shoots like that?
I know.
You know, sometimes it's look a little suspect. You know, ISIS is not letting you get no camera near them. Let's think about this. If ISIS is real, they're not letting you get no camera near them.
Exactly.
They show no footage. They show no footage.
A lot of times when you see these ISIS dudes fighting or whatever, you know, just think about it. You know, this camera guy is just standing, you know, 1 meter behind the dude shooting. You know, it's just like it's not You're not gonna stand there if you're in a crossfire or something. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get shot. You know.
Right.
And when you look at those footages closely, you see that they're just shooting at nothing. There's nothing shooting back or anything. You know, they're just, you know, firing just rounds to nothing. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times you don't even see a good kickback from the gun. You know what I'm saying? They just fired it with an AK, like with one arm, like it's some Rambo movie or something. No kickback, or how do you call it? You know?
Yeah.
It's really ridiculous, man.
It is.
Dude was looking like a little skinny ass Ultimate Warrior carrying a big ass gun, shooting sideways. I'm just like,
It's just carrying a Gatling gun, you know. It's just standing on, like, you know, smoking a blood with other.
He was looking like Scarface, like, say hello to my little friend.
Yeah, you know, it's this bullshit like that people can see through this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? They've seen so many movies. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. But yeah, what can I say about? Just think about this, man. It's just 25,000 idiots in Toyotas, and somehow for all these years they just can't get them. You know, it's bullshit. It's just ridiculous. It's just, but yeah, a lot of those scenes are just insane, for how you call it. They're unstaged, you know. It's bullshit. It's just
Yeah.
All the that's surrounding them is bigger than 25,000. You know, 300,000 and 100,000, 200,000, and you can't find 25,000 people. Come on, man. I mean, do the numbers. The numbers outweigh you. If you got 4 or 5 armies looking for you, you caught.
And we're not talking about like the USA only. I mean, Russia, USA, Assad, China is over there. Just everybody's Syria bombing the fuck out of the country, but somehow they just can't defeat them. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and even, you know, when you think about that, this bullshit story, like we all know ISIS being funded by pretty much the whole world, but it's mostly the USA, and, you know, also Turkey, you know, but even when you give 25,000 dudes all the guns you need, and Putin, just imagine if this was a real opposition, you know what I'm saying? We all know it's bullshit, but just imagine those 25,000 funded dudes, even if the USA funds them, they've got jets and everything, man. They've got helicopters. Just they're gone in 3 weeks. You know, if they really tried. So you know, right there, that Putin, it's just a game, man. Just annihilate that country, just like they did in the Second World War. You know, the war in the Second World. They just annihilate the whole fucking country, and then they rebuild it with this New World Order system. You know what I'm saying? And the USA is still gonna have to go through that for some reason, even if it's the first rule. I don't know, but I don't really feel they have to have a lot to do over here. You know what I'm saying? We're like, what's keeping you guys, man? Just hand over your guns, get this RFID. We're ready, man. We're just waiting on you guys. You know what I'm saying? Hurry the fuck up, man. I'm sorry, I drifted off. That's my whole interpretation of this Third World War. All that bullshit is just annihilating those countries in Africa, in Asia, just so they can rebuild it with their, you know, their system. You know.
Yeah.
That's how I feel it.
I think they do it on purpose. Put us with anxiety.
A little bit crusades in there, and you know.
Yeah. They fill us with anxiety. No, that's what happened to Chad Lilly. A lot of people don't really know, but I know what happened to Chad. He fell off the grid because he was overloaded with anxiety. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, come on, fucking with it. He couldn't take it no more. And a lot of us may make it to that level where we just can't take it no more and just collapse.
That's certainly something that elite ones mind. You know, you collapse. Just make sure you can slave enough. That's okay.
I was just thinking earlier today, like, who gonna make me take a vaccine? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you put a gun in my head, more likely I'll probably let you stick with it.
For adults, it's a different story. You know what I'm saying? But if you have a kid, you know, you're gonna get give it a vaccine, or you know, they're gonna take away your kids. You know, for what's the term? You're yeah, you're not handling your child right. You know what I'm saying? And then CBS comes to take your child. You know, because child abuse. That's how they fucking. It's crazy, man. It
is.
And again,
Insane.
it's the only authority they have is because our neighbors are not standing beside us. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole fucking problem, man. We can point at them all we want, but it's our fucking neighbors enslaving us, you know.
Yeah. You're making it hard for us to live.
Because the police dude can come over with, I'm sorry, the Roman soldier, the Caesar soldier can, you know, want to arrest you, but if the community is behind you, he can't do shit, you know, even the government can't do shit. If an entire community stands up, there you've got a big ass problem, you know what I'm saying? So that's why they gotta keep us divided, you know. We can't do stuff on our own, you know, just like last, I don't know, just a little bit ago, we got introduced to this new legislation that we can't throw the leftovers of our coffee, you know, this you know, when you make a coffee, you know, you get this mud, how do you call it? This coffee residue, what, I don't know what's called. But you can't throw this on your land anymore. It's nutritious as fuck, you know, it's a very good fertilizer. You can't use it, you know, it's illegal now because, you know, their reasons are always bullshit, you know, it's always. So the reason is it's a waste product, and you can't just throw waste products on your land, you know, that's illegal. So buy Monsanto or get locked up, you know, or don't be able to grow food pretty much. That's,
of course, anything good for you, they're going to say bad.
I'm sorry?
Good for you, they're going to say it's bad.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. If they can control it, you know what I'm saying? That's the whole, that's the whole thing, you know. I don't know. So I don't know what you asked me, but that's my answer. Grab her by the pussy, man. That's the best. It's just, you know, what it all comes down to in the end.
Anything you eat, and grab him by the pussy. You know, because speaking of the RFID chip, you know, I know we can get on here and we can say what we would do or what we wouldn't do, but if that line actually exists, you know, it's some real considerations that have to be made, you know, because we want to live overall, you know, and the first person that get the chip that's in front of you, he'll say like, well, it ain't that bad, it ain't that bad. He don't even really know how bad it really is.
Can I just throw this in there? In my opinion, just like they do with everything, like they do with everything, they enslave us and we're happy about it. You know, it's the same thing with this RFID chip. People are going to be happy with that chip because it's going to give them, you know, maybe in combination with nano robots, who the fuck knows? It's going to give, you know, the super abilities, you know, and it's just like people are going to stand in line for that shit. That's how they will try to present it. At least that I can tell you that that's how they will try to present it. Just like they, you know, they bring these problems, you know, problem, reaction, solution, man. You know, they don't enslave us with the problem. They do it so we're scared, so they can enslave us with the solution. You know, more laws or you know, take away your guns for your safety. You know, whatever it is. Same thing with RFID chip, you know, or digital currency, this global currency. People are going to be happy with it because it's not affected by interest rates plus fluctuations of the market and everything. People are going to be jumping down the fucking standing down the line for that shit. You know, that's how they will always try to present it, in my honest opinion. And the same thing with this RFID. Sorry, what?
I was gonna say, like you say, they're gonna do it because Jesus says so.
Oh,
Sorry,
He probably did. Yo.
Sorry, guys. I got kicked out by a forced update. But it is odd that it just happened to happen right now.
It's the same thing with these Pokemon Go. Oh, that's one. That's not a good example. The smartphones. You know, smartphones are like the RFID chip is the next step. You know, the fact that we're already carrying this device with us that just tracks us all the time and can monitor us all the fucking time, take recordings, whatever. That's the first step, you know. And then the next step, it's convenient, you know. You can't lose your RFID chip, or you know they can't steal it. What it can, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, man. So it's so sneaky how they bring this shit. You know, and how the sheep are just the herd, how happy they are with that crap.
Oh man, ABZ, that's gonna be the way they bridge the financial gap. Is through the RFID chip digital money, because the money is digital. You know, you can download $1 million to my account, and I can just run with that because it's all fake money. So it's just like that's how they bridge those gaps, man, by checking in, logging in, selling yourself out. But we'll give you this $1 million account that you think is gonna last you for a lifetime. But when when the cheeseburger costs you $500,000, then that's when you'll find out the real truth.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to work out as well, because like I've said before, if we're a couple of scumbags, I'm a scumbag corporation, and I want you to make some sort of legislation, how am I going to bribe you?
They don't have to bribe each. They already, you know, that's gonna disappear. You know, in my honest opinion, those are layers. You know, these banks and everything for their control mechanism. You know, for their to rule us, and they're just gonna cut out layers, and they don't have to bribe other people because they're all in the same boat. You know.
Well, I disagree in the fact, because
Gold always.
Some people like to get away with shit. It's a subconscious thing. It's like here in the U.S. I know you guys some of you aren't into guns, but you got 2 magazines on a table. You got one regular one, and then you got one that says police, military use only. You like that one because that's the cool one, because that's the one you're not supposed to have.
Yeah.
I think that's the half the fun of their control mechanism is the whole bribing each other and all the other shady crap that they do.
Look, man, they can always, you know, you can have my daughter. There's so many trades, things to trade. You know, this is the goal, and just like Eric said, this fake money, this digital currency. What the fuck do you think this money is right now, buddy? It's the same shit. It's the same shit, and we already are ready for digital currency because we pretty much all, we only have digital, numbers on our bank accounts. We don't have a pile of gold or anything, you know.
And like Fox,
the elite has that gold, you know. That's the currency will be backed by gold. Sorry.
And like the currency in the UK, now that it's plastic, you can't even use it as fancy toilet paper.
That's true.
Yeah, that's right. It's plastic.
Well, after the Civil War, people that couldn't afford wallpaper, that's what they used, is Confederate currency as wallpaper.
Yes, they did.
They reused it, repurposed it.
Well, that's pretty much what people can do with the dollars anytime soon if they don't get some kind of, you know, you can, redecorate with it, or you know what I'm saying. Yeah, hyperinflation, man. It's whatever.
Really cool confetti.
The green dollar is going to become black market money.
Yeah.
Well, that's another thing too. I'm getting
black market money, or do you see?
Well, no, that kind of RFIDs, you won't. There's still somebody's going to use some kind of currency, because there you go. Black markets always thrive.
Oh, for sure. but they don't care. You know what I'm saying? Just we can have individual contracts, you know, even barter with each other. The things that if we want to buy something from the system, you're gonna need their currency. So, you know what I'm saying?
Hey Foxy, I have some dodgy tomatoes.
Yeah, but you know that will always be part of life. That will, in my honest opinion, they will always try to reduce it or control it as much as they can, or profit from it. Like in the end, like with this cocaine bullshit, you know, they still profit from it. But that will always exist, you know. But they don't really care because the things that have value can only be bought, you know, the Monsanto seeds, or you know what I'm saying, can only be bought with that their currency in it. I feel it's more like a, you know, a digital welfare system. You know, you can work for digital slave credits. You know.
Yeah, there you go.
And they're going to be backed by gold or, you know, anything that has value in it. I think, you know, but the currencies, you know, they're not going to mess around with multiple currencies. You know, it's just yeah, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? They just pretty much they already have the control. They're just making it official. You know, just closing the gate pretty much. You know, wrapping shit up.
Yeah. And the thing about it, right? All of our credit cards, they're always asking you for your zip code, you know, so they can track where you've been shopping at and all this other kind of stuff. So, you know, it's going on right in front of our face, but you know, you gotta be willing to accept it that this is what it is right now and expect it to get on a higher level a little bit sooner.
Definitely.
Not later.
At the moment, like for example, in just a simple example, other than currency, housing. If you rent social housing, before is a computer automated they use in call centres. So they always say, "What's your name? What's your date of birth? What's your address? What's your postcode?" So they automatically will look into the computer system and log everything in there. And that computer system is shared with another computer system with other corporations. And how it works now, what they're trying to link up.
Can I ask you real quick, Foxy? Sorry, did you already have an electronically medical file in the UK? Is it already centralized? Because pretty much any hospital over here can log into your medical file. You know, it's already same over there.
Yeah, it's called. I could hear some echoing.
Sorry.
Is that me or?
It is him.
Sorry?
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, they have what it's called a first care database. It's a central database for every man and woman and child on the computer system. I opted out over 2 years ago. There's a document you could download for those that withdraw their consent to have all their very, very personal data going back ever since you were born on a computer database. And when I realised and looked into it, how the implications would be for the future. And so say if you end up, God forbid, end up in hospital for emergency, they played it on that, it'll be easy for those that are caring for you to see your history. They played on that to believe that that would benefit one. Yeah. And they sold the idea on that, and a lot of people that didn't look into the implications of the future went along with it, and I didn't. So now what they're trying to do also with the care system in Great Britain, it's called the Statute Care Act 2014. They want if every single man and woman or adult, i.e. or child, who receives any state care, and that's personal care or in a care home, they want everyone on a database. And I've looked at the recent document. There's a meeting coming up that I'm going to go to have my penny's worth, have my say of 3 minutes, and because I'm concerned about the future implication, how a public servant gains one's consent or one's data, how that's linked up with the NHS data, how that's linked up with the GP's data, you know, community doctors' data. Everything is going to be linked up into the computer chain, like we were talking about earlier about a artificial intelligence. Yeah. So that woman on that video ages ago was talking about how everything's interlinked. Yeah. And so this is how they started it off. And when I found out that NHS England is a company on its own, Department of Health are pushing it, but that's a company. There's no such thing as government because they're corporations. But they're given the illusion they got the authority to do all this. And people are so busy trying to keep a roof over their head and work or whatever, they go along with it because they don't know any different. They believe, don't they? Unless they research it themselves independently and find out what's really behind it. So I consciously wrote off and said, no, you have no authority, no consent. And I did that to every company that I dealt with. And I found out, I don't know if I blogged about this before, I found out a couple of weeks ago, there was, for disabled people, sometimes they need a key safe attached to the outside wall with a door key if they've got carers coming in, yeah, and say they can't walk. So hold on, I never give that code out. It's a very secure, you know, anybody could get in and have that code as a key. And that code was on a completely independent medical pharmaceutical company, local company's computer system. How the hell did they get that? So that was on another other paperwork of an independent subcontractor driver delivering medication, another computer. So I started going backwards and tracking, and then I phoned at head office, and they couldn't figure out how they got that very private data, which was never given out by me. So someone somewhere in the past had that, I don't know who, because I'm still trying to find out, put it on a computer manually, don't know who, and nobody's owning up, obviously, because they know there'd be personal liable or data protection, yeah, people's data protection. And then the implications are risk to my safety, because if they had that code, they can walk on into my own private home, trespassing in my home. And then there'd be implications of human rights. Then the list is endless. So when you're looking at the bigger picture, every little thing they try to sell in the mainstream, years ago, with the care data, with the NHS data, with your GP interlinked with if you go into a hospital, or if they call it, the word they're calling it in their policies, integrated care system, but it's a computer program. It's a policy, but it really is a computer programs.
And that connects with Google DeepMind.
Yes.
I found a lot of stuff about somewhere, but yes, it connects with that.
I downloaded today the document to be discussed in the presentation of the meeting they're having locally. And I'm looking at the keywords that are jumping out at me. Yeah. And it's all to get the connection of every personal data of your whole life. I had a shock once. When I got access to my data protection, they had data since since the 1970s, that when I was a teenager. And then there was a small piece of data from when I was a baby. How the hell did they get that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I started digging. I used to be a researcher years ago. So I learnt the skills how to dig and dig and dig and dig. And then finally they could not give an answer how they got hold of that medical data, but I found out how. It all interlinked years ago when it used to be called a health authority. Every single town and city had their own health authority. It's all changed now, and it's all called commissioning groups, and that's all the national in Great Britain, Department of Health, they've got the separate areas throughout Great Britain called commissioning groups, funding commissioning groups to fund local services. But now it's changed again, and where this new computer programmers, all this policy, new policies that integrated care with the health, with the social care, are looking at a whole of the local populace of the area of people living to see what financial future, we're talking 2 years ahead now. The documents are looking at how they can better forecast for people's, what they call it, buzzwords, well-being. But it's not, it's your private medical data, then it's going to be your financial data, then it's going to be, say, if you're in a social housing, your social housing data, then it says that and the other, and it will not stop unless you put the brakes on and say, I do not consent, and put it in writing. And to each individual company that you're dealing with, they call it government departments, but I know the companies. Unless people do that and have a separate copy given to their loved ones or relatives or put it in a will, automatically people working in these departments will going to assume and make assumptions that they have the authority and consent to use your data as they will, and how they care to use it. Now, if I'm able to speak, and God forbid I end up back in hospital, I say you do not have any consent to use any of my data without my written consent. You do that and I'll take you to court, or similar wording. And then I get I always get the negative treatment when I end up in hospital, because they, oh God, it's a because they know I won't put up with crap. And the negative treatment, you know, and I could easily go back again and see for what happened to me last year. But the point being is, what I'm looking at today's documentation I downloaded, and what they're planning for the next 2 years locally, people don't realise that this is all interlinked into a computer system that any Tom, Dick and Harry can hack if they got the right technology, they know what they're doing. And they could access your, well, they're doing it already, I know, but even more so, you know. And you're talking about, say a woman, God forbid, got attacked, she needs an abortion, God forbid, whatever your belief is. That would be on your data for some stranger to access. Would you want that? Or say if you had something need to be done for your loved one, your child, whatever, you don't want strangers to look at your personal information, your family, without your consent. But that's what they're planning to do, to implement. So, of course, no matter what I say, it's all sewed up already, because they make their decisions, don't they, in the Freemason Lodge meeting. And I found that out the hard way before. And when I said my piece, and it's all webcast, it all goes out live, their meetings, certain meetings up the road, and they're meant to be accountable, but they never are. And when I had my say with my friend, and I pinpointed to a key, very high Freemason, I knew he was. And when I brought up about a Freemason comment, suddenly the live feed went blank. You couldn't view it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And they got the security down on me. I'm in a wheelchair, and they got a security down on me because they saw me as a threat, didn't they? Because they saw me as a threat to their routine, and they don't want anyone else to know what they were doing. If there was any other public member questioning, oh, what's that? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I might look at that. So they don't like me. I don't go back because the access is crap anyway. But the point being is, the crucial bit of what they're implementing in the next 2 years, and even more so now, we're talking about artificial intelligence. If nobody puts things down that you don't want your consciousness uploaded to artificial computer, say in the future your grandkid says, oh, that'd be a good idea, okay, you've had an accident, your brain dead, upload your consciousness to this device, how do you know that's not going to be used for another purpose?
Right.
Yeah. So unless you put things down in writing, not but it's not just a basic will, but think ahead with this artificial intelligence, processes that's happening now. And you say, right, and you let your friends or family know that you've got this down in writing, you've got a trusted member that know what you've got down in this document. And if anyone tries to do that in the future, then perhaps you got this piece of paper or documentation to say, right, I'm going to sue that company that's uploaded my my relatives' information, without their consent.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking of when I watched that interview with that woman, that the link you showed, and that just pinpointed what I downloaded of a local document of what they're planning, with all the computer systems going to be interlinked. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
It's like ordinary everyday people. So that's why they want people distracted, don't they? They're like fireworks and Christmas and all this, concentrate on all that stuff, so you don't think what's happening behind the scenes.
Exactly right.
Yeah. And it dawned on me, because I thought, right, okay, I need to start something off from my own point of view on the basic things. But this bit on, like, ongoing on the subject of care, for example, for disabled people in one's area, they're cutting back on everything. So now you can't comprehend half of it. They just want to get rid of people. In my situation, they see it as a burden. If you can't earn and contribute, like towards their sort of like pension part, the public servants' wages, you pay taxes, yeah. So they think you're a burden and you're a financial burden. That's what we always see on mainstream media and telly and stuff about disabled people, always a burden. And they make programs about people and benefits. That's why they do it. To psychologically get the working people thinking we're paying, for the system, whatever system you want to call it. But they don't realise it's a psychological, they're testing the psychological mind of people for another agenda behind it. So I worked that one out a while ago, and then obviously watching a bit more, thinking, hold on, what's this IA about? And then I started linking it, little bits. But yeah, just thought I'd share that.
Yeah. That's something to think about, everybody. Really.
Yeah. I, for one, will already in the process of doing something about it, only because I'm making sure that my grandkids know that when they get to a certain age, that they need to be aware that their subconscious mind, or the conscious mind, or God forbid anything happens to them, will be on a computer somewhere at one point, sooner than later, more likely. And not scaremongering, it's just being consciously aware as a human being.
Exactly. Yes.
They don't want us around. They that's what the elite want, isn't it? They want people to be, obviously. So like, it's like delete. They're saying controlled in every possible way. So if people on and you can't get your food, you can't get your housing unless you take that mark of the beast, what are you going to do? So you're not going to starve, you're not going to get cold, are you? So people are going to be lining up taking that chip, aren't they?
Yeah, I've had people comment on my post of it. They're like, I can't wait to get that. I can't wait till they start that here. And they can't wait to live in the domed city. I'm like, really?
I will not, on record, take anything in my body that is unnatural. And I don't give a monkey's how much they try and offer me. They will play, because I have all the time. I get the letters all the time. Oh, you can, for example, we're talking about earlier, there was a link, somebody posted about vaccines again. And I just had an offer, I did a response because I had an offer by the GP to do women's has certain tests every so often, if you know what I mean by that, you know, certain women's tests. And I won't have that because they can easily falsify the reports, the results, and claim you have certain cancer cells. Come on, cancer's big business. How do you really know that the results are true? Do you actually go into the lab and see them testing it out? No. You automatically take the word of the doctor or whatever, unless you already know not to. And it's like, okay, so what is an illness? You know what I
Always
mean?
get second opinion.
Yes, spot on. I
Yes.
always do. So there you go. So that's my penny's worth for today.
I'm already glad that people do it because most people just trust the dude in the white coat, you know.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. Delete.
Most people just trust the dude in the white coat. They don't go to another white coat. They just trust the first they see.
No.
Oh yeah. Got an echo. Gone quiet.
Okay.
I'll go quiet for a minute then.
It's Chad. Hey, Chad.
Hello.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on, guys? I'm 2 hours late.
That's okay.
You know, brushing up on what you're just talking about, though, it's funny because I feel like if you ask most doctors what's in these antibiotics or vaccines and what specifically they do, they probably couldn't tell you exactly what's in everything, nor would they subject their bodies to it either. But we don't really think about that either.
I'm always pretty.
Yeah, Chad, you have to mute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm curious what the elite is eating. You know, what kind of vaccines they don't take vaccines for. I'm just curious where they get their food. I just find it remarkable that the canteen in Monsanto and in the White House only serve organic food. You know, so that's pretty funny if you're Monsanto, you know.
That says a lot right there.
Genetically modifying the crap out of the world and then only serve organic food in your kitchen. That says something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I agree with these doctors, you know, they're just trained to follow the procedure, you know, they don't even have to know all the specifics about, you know, what kind of poison is in that vaccine, you know, they just, plus they're just so brainwashed, a lot of them as well, you know, they believe it's okay, you know.
Yeah, they do.
Of course, they know chemotherapy doesn't work half the time. It's, for a large part, they really feel, just like cops, they really feel like they're doing something good, or politicians, you know? That's where this self-righteousness comes from, you know, this condescending bullshit as well. You know, they really feel like they're, you know, helping people, you know? While they're just fueling the system that's enslaving us all, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Tragedy. One word, tragedy. You know, but I think we still have enough in us to fight the powers that be.
Oh, yes, we do.
wherever you may be at, because of where we are stationed at, your fight may not be my fight, right? And in some cases, your fight may start way before mine do, or mine may never start. You know, it's just like in some cases when we had the Baltimore riots and the martial law. It was martial law only in certain parts of Baltimore, not everywhere. Because I could step outside of my door and there wasn't no police. But when you go in certain areas, there are police. So in some cases, it's going to be a higher depth of information or trouble. And in other places, it may be a lower depth of information and trouble. But you still got to deal with it.
Yes.
Perfect example of that right now is isn't there like a no-fly zone right now in the North Dakota pipeline? That's pretty much
so.
like borderline martial law right there, isn't it?
Go ahead.
Yep.
That's all right. The UN's gonna help out.
Oh, that's what they do. They always come in as the savior. You know, that's the worst. You know? The United Nazis. It's just funny. And they're on their way down in the end. It's going to be more like a G20 thing, in my opinion. But United Nations are the foundation, pretty much. That's all. But is it a no-fly zone over in North Dakota? That's crazy. But what's so happening over there is just when you compare how much they talk about it online, you know, pretty much everyone talks about it. But when you watch the news, just nobody talks about it. Which says enough, right?
I'm thinking everything going to be running off of satellites, right? So if everything is linked to the satellites, bank accounts, medical devices, you know, everything is linked to the satellite. It's like if you don't know how to take a satellite out, then you may not know how to win.
You know, in the end, whatever the fuck they come up with, if people are able to take care of themselves and help each other, preferably as well, instead of smashing each other's heads in with some religion or skin color, whatever the fuck, whatever. If people are able to take care of themselves, they can't do jack shit. They have to enforce it in that case. You know what I'm saying? If people can grow their own food and, you know, they don't have to go to the system for whatever it is, you know, that's their worst enemy. And I don't care if it's a cult, capitalism or communism, New World Order, or the return of Christ, whatever. Then they can't do jack shit, you know. So that's what I'm trying to do. And adding to what you were saying, Eric, is everybody's got to fight their own battles. You know? Everybody's got to fight their own fights. The only thing we can do is help each other with it. You know what I'm saying? Learn from each other or teach each other or, you know, whatever it is. I can't physically help a motherfucker here, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm sorry, that being said, show your support to donate. It's on my PayShield account. Oh, just fun. So that's for me the goal, you know. So we can talk about what their plans are and whatever, you know. I love it as well, but for me, my plan's already set out. You know, I gotta be able to take care of myself as much as possible. You know, just take advantages of the system here or there. You know, I would like a car. You know, I can build my own car. You know, but just as little as possible. You know what I'm saying? Because the more you're, how do you say it? You're depending on the system, you know, the more you're enslaved you're gonna be, you know, the more they control they have over you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's like
That's
we move into wars. It's like everything's going to be electrical. You know, everything's going to be electrical. So let's look at the other side of this real quick. Let's not cave in, but let's just examine the life with the chip. Is it any good lifestyle chip in your arm? Is there anything good about it?
I'm sure there are some advantages, but for me, they're not even nearly weighing as much as the disadvantages. It's just control, man. Just think about it. The chip on you, who knows? I mean, for sure, it's going to poison you. It's not good to have things in your body, I assume, but you know, they can just, I don't know, man. It's just more control.
You know, what's the difference between the control that we already under as opposed to the one that we could be under? What's the difference? We still
not that's what that's a good point. Not that very much, in my honest opinion, because we're pretty much already there. You know, people already can't take care of themselves without going to the system. You know, this is something they've been gradually building for so long. You know what I'm saying? And you can everybody can step out of it. But if you want to compare a digital chip or like this credit card, it's a small step for me, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're trading gold here. It's just illusion value.
Yeah. Our new driver license, when you do your driver license, your new driver license won't have a chip in it. So it's like your credit card got a chip, your driver license got a chip, your cell phone got a chip. It's just like it's a chip ahoy, whether you like it or not.
I just want one more thing. I'll never forget that we're already chipping the fuck out of our animals, our pets.
Yes.
And they tell you it's just for locating. Oh, if you lose a pet,
Yep,
or
test.
if your grandfather got dementia or Alzheimer's disease, we can put a chip in them, and if he water off or leave the house, we can find him. That's how they bring it in through the sickness of our elderly, because you're gonna feel real sorry for them. Like, yeah, let's put a chip in Pops, because just in case he walk off, we can find him. It's just like.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's crazy. I mean, what did people do, you know, to the generations that grow into something like that, to where that becomes the norm? They got to stop and think. What did the generations before us do in that situation before chips were invented? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like we're losing this sense of where we're at, what we're doing.
Our connection to nature and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And I totally agree. The gap is only getting bigger and bigger. When I look at people,
It increases, yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's staggering.
Yeah. There's there's no stopping it, you know? I mean, there's the individual level on our end, you know, by doing the best we can to, you know, take that out of our daily routine, associating with that. But as far as like the majority goes, until the majority themselves is able to lose faith in the structures of our system, it's just going to keep going. You know, it's like the petrodollar. If everybody knew that the dollar wasn't worth anything, the United States dollar, then they would probably start raising more awareness about it, or, you know, bringing more attention to try and fix that, or, you know, raise that on a global aware level. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
nobody knows that our dollar isn't worth anything. It's the only reason that it's significant is because the entire world is trading oil on our dollar. And if everybody knew that, then and say everybody started pulling all the money out of their bank accounts, that would be total chaos.
Yeah, but no, it would just show the illusion for what it is. It's just an illusion, because we cannot even get 10% of our money off the banks, because it's just not there.
Right. It just doesn't even exist. I'm walking around with someone else's debt in my pocket right now. I might be able to see it, but it doesn't belong to me. And again, it's not worth anything. So.
For me, these things, when they always have the solution ready.
Exactly.
That's the worst thing, So they create these problems often to enslave us with the solution, in my honest opinion, because just like this capitalist system, which isn't real capitalism, if I'm correct, because
nope.
we've got this interest
pseudo-capitalism, corporatocracy.
Yeah, pseudo. Yeah, that's so it's they set this up. They know damn well for themselves that it's a Ponzi scheme, so it's gonna collapse at some point. There's no other option. So they know this damn well, so they create this problem. They we get the most benefit out of it. And when it collapses, they'll enslave us with the solution, pretty much.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. I mean, you nailed it right there. I mean, Western capitalism is definitely Ponzi scheme. It's designed to fail. How many bubbles have we had that have burst? And each time it gets bigger and bigger. And the gain is more, and the loss is even more than the last. And that's just the way it goes.
And you know what's crazy? They say that if we pull our money back from the wars, because we spend useless money on wars, but they say wars create money. So how do you explain that to me?
Defense contractors. Government subsidized defense contractors. I mean, that's literally creating money out of thin air when you have a justified reason to go drop bombs in 8 other fucking countries in the Middle East for the past 8 years. That's Halliburton. back in the Afghanistan, Iraq days. Dick Cheney banked out fucking who knows how much on that.
So why would they ever stop the wars if the wars is making money? They say we wasting money, but if you making money, you ain't wasting money.
Here's the thing, nobody's making money off these wars except for the contractors that are reaping the benefits. You or me, we're not contractors. Common man, we don't benefit from the wars. Oh, sorry, yeah, we do. Our freedom is being defended, right? Thousands of miles away from our home. Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. If you really wanted to guard something, guard the airports, guard the ship lines, guard some real shit, guard Park Ice and Belvedere. So when I go down there to get me a sandwich, I know I'm fucking safe. Guard something that I can see. You right about way over there. They're not coming way over here. They ain't even got no plane fly over here.
I mean, how many? Compare the amount of terrorist acts, and I use that word with discretion because you don't know what's real and what's not. So let's assume that they're all real, just for the case of this hypothetical. How many of these terrorist ploys have been homegrown compared to foreign, intruding on our soil and actually like a case of 9/11? So us being out there for the past 15, 20 years, has it done anything to stop terrorism? I mean, was there really any terrorism going on in our country in the first place? It was one day 3 buildings come down, and that's enough to let the next 15 years that follow justify us doing what we've been doing. Have we deterred terrorism, or have we created it more? Have we lost more soldiers than we would have been able to preserve? Have we not, done everything that we've done up to this point?
Yes.
Terrorists carry cameras now. They don't carry guns and bombs.
Right.
And always carry passports. It's very important. If you're a terrorist and you're going to bomb yourself to pieces,
that's the most important part.
Sure
you gotta make sure you drop
passport,
it.
Preferably Israeli passport or whatever.
Yeah.
They are so strong, Even if you fly a plane into a building, and just fireballs and everything, it will land.
They seem to land. They'll land about a block away when you're that high up. The altitude carries it. The wind. And
it's just so absurd. And every single time, in France, they always carry passports, so they can identify.
Dude, it's really so convenient.
Just, what kind of terrorist does carry a passport?
Well,
hey,
terrorist
guys,
rule 101.
We gotta scrub the mission. I forgot my ID at home.
Yeah, right? Like, you'd think that someone by now would come out and say, hey, this kind of sounds familiar. This kind of sounds like the same as the other one that just happened, Like, didn't the terrorists from the France shootings, the Paris shootings, didn't they, or bombings, didn't they leave their passports too moments before or something like that? Like, what? I was like, what? They already used that story once. Come on.
I'm gonna make a project out of this because this just cracks me up. I know for a fact they were carrying passport. Same with in Lyon, who was with the truck driver. He was carrying passports. It's just everybody's carrying passports.
What the fuck? People just walk around with that shit like their ID.
And
I bet it's
the same thing with 9/11. There were national flights. So you don't even have to have the passports. With the 9/11, they're just how do you call it? It's national within the U.S. territory. You're not supposed to have to show your passport, right? So it's just absurd.
Yeah, I've never needed it once. My 26 years of being alive in this country.
I need it every day.
I don't even have a passport.
I get arrested if I can't show my ID. It's just.
That's insane.
Make sure you carry your Ausweis. Just get a piece of paper, like the old World War II movies. Just stamp a bunch of shit on it. It looks official.
But for me, that's why we all know these secret services work together, and pretty much all based, founded in England or even or Britain, whatever. But that's why they let the USA do it, because they're the patsy, or how do you say it? They're the aggressor, that they're the one.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones everybody has to point at, and and it's also a little bit with Israel for the more awakened ones. It's mostly the USA, but that's what I always say: the CIA behind this and behind that. Well, they just all work together, but it's just now it's blame the USA time, while the other countries work together to enslave the fuck out of us. We're so busy pointing at the USA that we don't even notice the dick in our ass. It's just
right. I guess it's more prevalent here in the United States because people are finally starting to wake up, and it's not even that they're waking up because we're sort of being fed slowly, tidbits of information of corruption here and there
Mm-hmm.
to get this idea, you know, to start festering in our brains that the United States government has been infiltrated with corruption, and it's time for a revolution and a big change.
Oh, yeah,
Roman
that
Empire
one.
collapsing itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's probably why because I know what you're getting at, because it used to be a thing where if you weren't super nationalist or, you know, overly patriotic, that was an un-American quality, not 5-10 years ago. And now it's like the social norm to be anarchist. And while I would agree in the long run that yeah, that's better than what we have now, most people don't understand truly, you know, they're still on that Trump versus Hillary
Yes.
punch, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
they
yeah.
haven't even skimmed the layers beyond that.
No, they think they're actually choosing, but they're not.
Yeah. You say Illuminati and they think it's a joke. They think it's, you know,
Mm-hmm.
they don't realize that it's pretty real. It's actually, this is no joke.
Yeah. And then the thing about it, see, and what we have to consider, all of the information that they have released on all of these used to be so-called secret societies, all right, because it's public information now, that means it's no longer a secret society anymore. Everybody is familiar. It's a lot familiar now. So it's just like the real secret society you would never really know about now, because they washed their hands and they've given us something to play with, and we're running and telling that. And you know, it's just like, trust me, the Tarsus Club, people don't even really talk about except for me, because your ass would be disappeared. You know, so yeah, if we talking about an Illuminati, then that means that ain't the real one. We talking about Freemasonry, Committee of 300, any information that we know about that's public. Trust me, they done gave away, and they done moved to a whole nother level of secrecy that we'll never find out until they are done with that bullshit,
Oh, I
and then they'll
agree.
move.
They want us to keep chasing, and I'm sure that, you know, we still got the Council of Foreign Relations and all that stuff, the Club of Rome, you know, it's still there, Freemasonry. But in the end, they're just clubs of the same pieces of shit in the end, you know what I'm saying? It's just the royals. It's just the assholes behind the government, you know, that use governments as curtain. So when a revolution happens, or people get upset, they're gonna blame the government and not their king, or you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
Symbolic function. All this Freemasonry, Knights of Malta, Jesuits, Jews, but it's just different dresses of the same pieces of shit working together, enslaving the crap out of us, really.
Yep.
America is already shut down voluntarily. That's why they go to the other nations and try to bring democracy over there, bombing them, killing them, because them people already started a revolution, and they already started an uprising, and they don't want that shit to spread over here, or the ideology of how to do it spread over here. The Oregon showdown was a little small simulation of how you grab your guns and you put in that work. But we seen what happened to that. They shut that shit down before it caught a virus, or before it went viral in everybody's mind. So when they come out with a Black Panther 50th anniversary, they shut that shit down way before it go viral or cause a virus in anybody's mind. So it's just like, you know, they already got us locked down, like I said, voluntarily, scared to death or scared of death. But them people in the other countries, they'll put a bomb on themselves and kill a whole lot of you motherfuckers, right? We ain't got that kind of heart. So it's like I said, you know, they already got us scared to death, shut the fuck down. So
And
it's just
fluoridated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fluoride, dirty water. Like I said, if I did a video about my water, you would think I lived in Flint.
Damn.
That's fucked, man.
I just want to quickly point out that this is just what sheep do. How do I say this? This is just for me. I always felt like this is something I always try to help people or reach out to people. But I'm not gonna lose myself trying to go into their shit or whatever. I mean, they're just on the full control, they're still religious or whatever the fuck it is, believe in Trump, whatever. So sheep are gonna do what sheep are gonna do. I'm already glad I met people like you that have taught me stuff. That's all I can wish for, And I always try to work. I've always worked outside of the herd. You know what I'm saying? The herd scares the crap out of me, So let the herd go into the jump off that cliff. Just make sure you're not part of the herd. That's really much it.
If you running too slow.
Yep, lemmings.
Well, that's the benefit of being a small, tight-knit community. We kind of got each other's back to make sure we don't fall back into the herd, plug back into the matrix,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I agree with you, delete. I'm on board with that.
I mean, they're the people enslaving us in the end,
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to get a happy life and try to help people along the way, and I mean, I always know this political system was corrupt as fuck. I never knew the Freemasonry and the Vatican and everything, so that filled in a whole lot of stuff regarding power structure.
Right.
But in the end, it doesn't matter. We all know it's fucked up. I've always felt the system was fucking me instead of really helping me or something. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, the sheep will love it, So yeah, have fun with it, man. Just don't drag me into that shit.
That's right.
I can't wait for the election, personally. It's so exciting.
I'm curious what's going to happen.
Yeah, me too.
I can't wait for it to be over.
Yeah, definitely.
My aunt has a bunch of political signs at the end of the road. I said, well, I wonder what she would do if I went and jerked them all up. She'd call the law on you. My own aunt. Yay.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What did she say?
If I went and jerked up all her political signs, my aunt would call the law on me.
Wow. She's that obsessed. She's.
Oh, yes.
I had heard they're making people pay for those now.
Hmm.
I don't know how
People
true.
are here. It's the same over here, Again, just the people are a lot more rebellious still in the USA than over here. They're just conformist as fuck,
Right.
They'll just snitch on you. It's just like you said. It's sorry to hear that your aunt's like that, but this is just 99% over here. I can't really tell how it is over there. It's just you're a diamond if you're not snitching, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's funny. There's a.
Do you reckon
What's that?
Hillary's going to come in then? Hillary is going to or Obama come back in?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, as an option,
I've
because
heard
of
that a
how
lot, too.
ridiculous everything's just gotten boiled up to.
Well, the only
That
way
he
that
just, like,
happened
calls
is
this
if a war was
executive
officially
order or some
declared.
bullshit.
The only way that would happen.
What's that, Rebecca?
If they give an official war decree, that's the only way Obama would stay in office.
Yeah.
That's what Roosevelt did.
Yes.
Yeah, I find this. Yeah, I don't even have to. The Queen remains in office, and that's.
Oh yeah, always does.
He is. I know I don't have to tell you this, but I have to keep And I hate it when people you can't just blame the USA without blaming the Queen. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Yeah.
what's annoying. Same with Israel. Same with Israel.
Bloodline family.
Yeah, we got people out there saying it's the West. It's the West. No, it's the Queen.
Yeah, but the West, you know, these are such fake terms or definitions in my opinion. You know, it's just yeah, maybe it is the West, but and then the East. They all work together. You know, so
Yes.
Yeah.
they play a different role, so it doesn't matter. But I just really hate it when they just single out countries or even religions. You know, I don't even want to start about Jews or anything, but we all know how they are tangled up in this power structure. But same can be said of Christians, you know, and Muslims. So you know, it's just when people are like the Jews, I'm like, okay, you know, I can't even really disagree there. But what about the Christians or you know, psychopathic Muslims or psychopathic atheists? You know, they're also Muslims because. So this just scapegoats, just patsies, you know. It's just like Rome. Just Rome is such a great comparison, in my opinion. You know, the Third Reich and the Fourth Reich. You know.
Yep. Well, y'all, it's been about 3 hours. So anybody got anything else to say?
Just
Wow.
I don't really have anything left to say about I don't really have anything to say. Just save yourself. That's always my message, you know. Save yourself.
Right.
keep an open mind.
Yes, definitely.
I just feel like a lot of people over here are just this mode of or this mentality of if I just scream New World Order hard enough and bring enough evidence, the people will help me rise up. And it's just that's a very slow process. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm already if I meet another buddy who's helping me. Those are huge victories in my book, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Just like what Debbie and Grim told me with vaccines and pharma and everything. What you've all told me, you know, those are big victories. You know, these are things I can use in my own life. You know, fuck the herd. Sorry.
Yes. Exactly. So, well, we'll see you next time. I guess next Saturday. Can't remember. I think it's 5 Eastern. I'll have to check. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Have a good evening.
Keep drinking the Kool-Aid.
Okay, peace and love. See you.